Good evening and welcome to the Willco's 2021 live from the factory here in Franklin, Tennessee. It's a beautiful, cool summer evening in June, and we are so happy to be back here after being away for a year, but we're back home where the Willco's belong. I'm your host, Tate Matthews, back for another round. As usual, my co-host, the lovely Coach Carrie Goodwin, is back. The handsome Coach Darren Joins is back. And like I said, we're back where we're supposed to be. We're so excited and looking forward to honoring all these young athletes, young coaches, old coaches, and teams that are being recognized as the top of their sport. And WCS Sports Conference, as we know, is the best sports conference anywhere in the state of Tennessee, maybe the Southeast. Couple of real quick notes. One of special thanks to David Pack, Tammy Price of the factory. Coach Joins. Without those two, this venue, which I don't think there's any other choice for a venue, without those two, this wouldn't be possible, would it?
Let me tell you, their team, not only does the venue look great, but you should have seen it the last couple of days. It was like fire ants everywhere getting this place ready, but it's a perfect place for this event. You know, I went out earlier. I was a little late getting back up here, Tate, heading out to the red carpet, but the parents are out there. They're taking pictures. We've got media here taking pictures. What a great place to be back for the Willco's. Although, Tate, you didn't acknowledge the virtual Willco's. Does that really not count?
Well, I said we're back after a break. You and I did it last year for the 2020. But here's the important thing. We're back. The three-man red carpet booth. Was there ever any doubt that our third co-host
she didn't have a choice, did you?
Coach, how you been?
I'm so good. I'm so glad to be back with you guys. I did miss you last year, but I know tonight is going to be super special for so many families, so many student athletes. I'm ready to get it started.
Well, I think we are too. We're going to start off with Female Athletes of the Year. As they start getting them going, how about we just list that category? Mm-hmm. All the categories are great. We're going to start with the Female Athletes of the Year as they're getting ready. Are you ready for the finalists, Coach Goodwin, Coach Joins?
Wow, what a
Shay
great.
Eggleston.
Oh, what did she do?
Brentwood volleyball. Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood, is there a sport she doesn't play? Mm-hmm. Holland Powers, Brentwood, track and field. And then Lee Walters of Page, both cross country and track and field. So many to talk about, all these young people. Lee Walters, I can go back to when Dr. Qualls was doing this. I feel like Lee Walters has been a Willco finalist the past 8 years. She's back again.
I think she has been all four. Dr. Qualls, we were talking about that. You were off on assignment for Sports Connection last week, and he had mentioned she is definitely a four-time finalist. Unbelievable.
Four-time finalist, Shay Eggleston. Coach Goodwin, the Eggleston family.
Continues.
You know them well.
Yes.
Shay picked up where her big sister, older sister, left off, and, man, going to the University of Alabama. Dominant, is that a fair word for the way she plays volleyball?
Just look at her stats. I mean, 2 times Gatorade Player of the Year, first team All-State, All-Mid-State, All-Region, All-District, District MVP, 2020 State Tournament MVP, 2-time All-American, Tennessee Volleyball Player of the Year, and, of course, University of Alabama. I mean, it's super impressive. The name itself, precedes her, so I'm excited for her.
Well, talk about that, too. You know, as a former collegiate female athlete and then a female basketball coach, the University of Alabama, known for football, but as that has grown the past few years, you're a big fan, I know. This makes you happy. The other sports have come right along. Yep. Coach Saban and the football team, volleyball, that is a destination place now to go play volleyball, isn't it?
I mean, Alabama, as we know, is high profile. So anybody that walks through those doors, I feel like athletes are walking in with already a family in tow with their teammates, but there's also an eliteness about it, being an athlete. And I know Shay's going to do great things there. Of course, I do love Alabama, but, I find Nick Saban to be a little bit on the handsome side, so don't tell my husband.
At least you're honest.
At least I'm honest. And he
You
wins.
never know what you're going to hear on the red carpet show.
At least she's honest, and she's not the only one, right? Coach Joins, let's talk about somebody we've been talking about on the Sports Connection a lot. Holland Powers, Brentwood track and field. Not to be cliche, but the word dominant, I think that is a fair word to describe her spring.
Well, I know we talked about this many times, but to me, the most impressive thing about Holland is if she is the only person that competes for Brentwood High School at the state track and field, she finishes 6th place.
6th place.
Not bad, Holland. Finish 6th by yourself.
Now, how many points would that be? 34.
34 points. We talked about that earlier. You want to run down them?
Let's do it. Pentathlon first. How many points is
10
that?
10 points.
Pole vault first.
That'd be another 10. Now we're up to 20.
Triple jump second.
8, 28.
Third place long jump.
6 points total of 34. Who finished 7th, by the way?
For those watching, 34. Coach Joins has been practicing his math.
Very much so.
Farragut in East Tennessee. That's a 6A school. They came in 7th place. Holland Powers placed ahead of Farragut High School in the large school ladies track meet.
Congratulations, Farragut.
Yes.
You finished 1 place behind.
I know that makes you happy, Coach.
Yes, it does.
All right, now, multi-sport athletes. Those that have watched this show before know we're big fans of multi-sport athletes. Coach Goodwin, going to start with you. Our last finalist, Reagan Grimes. She starts on the volleyball team. She starts on the basketball team, averaged almost 20 points. Then what does she do to follow up her spring? She wins the shot put and the discus at the state track meet while running third leg on the 4x4. Is that multi-sport athlete enough?
What's amazing is, being a multi-sport athlete, you almost have different gears. You have different switches that you've got to just kind of bounce back and forth to. And the fact that she was able to be successful in all of those categories, I mean, it's super impressive by itself. But, you've got to have a little bit of grit about you to do all of that, be successful, and then show up day to day and make great grades, be in the front of the classroom, and being that student athlete that we always talk about.
Coach Joins, multi-sport. You think she nailed it there?
She nailed it, and we talk about the multi-sport athlete all the time. Obviously, if someone wants to play one sport, play one.
Right.
But if you want to play 2, you want to play 3, do it. Obviously, it didn't hurt Miss Grimes. She did okay, so I'm excited about that. And Tate, it's a good time to mention that this year we will be recognizing a multi-sport athlete on stage tonight.
Yes, it's the first time, I believe. Can't wait for it. Shay Eggleston is on her way up here to talk.
Actually, I think we got Shay and Lee up here. Once you guys both come up together, it's fine.
Come up together? Great. Come on.
Shay Eggleston, Lee Walters to the stage. This always throws me off, ladies. I'm used to watching them sweating and grinding it out and gritting their teeth and doing all those things, and now look at them tonight.
So beautiful.
You guys can take the mic here. Go ahead.
Shay, here's what I'd like to know. 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year, first team All-State, All-Mid-State, All-Region, All-District, District MVP, 2020 State Tournament MVP, 2-time All-American, Tennessee Volleyball Player of the Year. If you are lucky enough to win the Willco tonight, do you have room on the mantle for the glass trophy?
Yes, I think I do. I think we can make room.
All right. Well, you had a great high school career. I know Coach Goodwin is going to ask you about the University of Alabama, but 8 straight state championships. You follow your sister. You get to play in Coach Campbell's final year. As you reflect on all that, it's got to be pretty cool knowing you were on her last team.
Yeah, it was a really special year, and I'm really happy that we could have ended it for her because she obviously has a very storied career, and we're just really proud to be able to finish it out for her and make it like a Cinderella story year, So it was a really good year.
I love that. I want to ask you, Shay, I'm always curious about the recruiting process. What made you choose University of Alabama?
I remember going on my visit, and they always say, like, when you go on your visit and it's the place for you, you just feel it as soon as you step on campus. So I think that was just a lot of it for me. Like, I stepped on campus and knew that that was where I was supposed to be. And then, of course, as you go through all the visit, you figure out the rest. You know the bells and whistles. You know everything that just falls into place.
Felt
so
like home,
yeah,
right?
For sure.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Shay. Good luck. Be nice to the Vols this year.
Don't.
It's been a long time. Lee Walters, Paige, cross country, and also track and field. Great success the past couple years. We were just talking about it. I don't know if you could hear it. I feel like you have been a Willco finalist for the last 10 years. Did you run in they didn't let you run in 8th grade, did they?
I ran cross country and track in 8th grade, yeah.
For the varsity?
Not for
Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about this past year, 7th at the state track meet, TSSAA. Talk about that. I've always talked about it. We've talked to Coach Goodwin about it a bunch. I think that's one of the toughest things out there is the cross-country event. How do you tough through that? And in 7th place, that's pretty dang good. A lot of young ladies were running in that meet.
Yeah, I think just working on hill training and just kind of working on that mental toughness and practice really helps for the races. And definitely just it's a great honor to compete with the best in the state every year.
So track and field, then you come around in the track and field. Great performance at the state, the large school track meet in Murfreesboro. Which one do you like better, cross country, track and field? You just like running?
Yeah, I like both. Definitely like whatever season I'm in, I usually like that one better, but I would say I lean more towards track. Okay,
now you have a lot of hardware too. If you're lucky enough to win the Willco tonight, you got room. You know where you're gonna put it?
I don't have a specific spot, but I'm sure there'd be room.
And where are you going to college?
Wake Forest.
Good grades as well. Congratulations. Enjoy tonight. Hey, you've been fun to watch.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lee.
Well, I'd say we got some pretty good candidates there for Female Athlete of the Year. The thing I love the most, we talk about it every year, is seeing them in this light. We're used to seeing them in their uniforms. They're here in their dresses, the tuxedos. Another thing that I'm very excited about every year is our sideline correspondents. And I think they really, really make the red carpet show. Not that we're not good, right, guys? But I think they make it. Jay Armstrong, Anna Clara Lata are with us. We will be bouncing back and forth with them throughout the red carpet show as other athletes come up and they interview them. And with that, we will go to Jay Armstrong on the red carpet.
Thanks, Coach Joins. I'm here with Reagan Grimes of Ravenwood High School. Reagan, you finished first in the state in shot put and discus, and that just wasn't enough for you, so you decided to run the 4x1, finish 6th in the state in that as well. How did you achieve such high levels of success as both a thrower and a runner?
Just constant working, really focused majority of my time on throws and perfecting my craft in the discus, and then kind of getting the technique down in the shot. And then when I had the time or after I threw, I'd go and just do some running, do some handoffs with the 4x1 team. So.
Well, it sounds like you were pretty busy. Congratulations on a great season. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Holland Powers from Brentwood. Holland, you are one of the most dominant track athletes locally and in the state. You led your team to the state championship with the state pentathlon and the pole vault. What does it mean to you tonight to be nominated for Female Athlete of the Year?
I mean, it's so amazing to be nominated tonight. It's just such an honor to be here with such amazing athletes. And I'm just happy that I'm here and that I could do what I could for my team. So,
congrats on your nomination. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Anna Claire. Jay. They're great, Coach. I don't know what you're
They
paying
stepped
them.
it up. They stepped it up.
I don't
Looks
know what
so
you're
good.
paying them, but you need to give them a bump. Coach Goodwin, you agree?
I definitely agree.
I'm going to double it next year. We're going to double it.
Double
All right,
down.
I love it. Okay, Female Athletes of the Year in the book. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. What a great way to start it off. Male Athletes of the Year. They're just as good. Riley Bennett, Fairview High School, wrestling state champ. 4th year as a finalist in a row. Football, he was also the quarterback and led the team to a 7-3 record with a runner-up finish in 3A Region 6, was named Region 6 Most Valuable Quarterback. Then we go to Nick Dang, Ravenwood High School, basketball standout, soccer standout, all district in both for the Raptors. Reed Kemp, Franklin High School, 2 straight district MVPs, all state in basketball. Had to have led the district in scoring, did he not, Coach Joins? And then this guy is a little bit of a do-it-all as well. Mr. Destin Wade, Summit Football, led the football team to the state championship both with his feet and his legs. And they came away with the 5A state championship. Those are our finalists. Also, Destin averaged 16 points, 5.2 rebounds, 2.7 steals a game. Pretty good. Destin, you're with Coach Joins. How's it feel to be here, brother?
It feels just pretty good. I just want to thank you for the opportunity just to be here. But I'm excited for the show and looking forward to the rest of the night.
Hey, I noticed Destin now. This guy knows what he's doing. He made sure he grabbed the microphone with the hand with the bling on it. So I love it.
I had to.
You had to do it. Hey, Dustin, now I know we talked about this. Listen, nothing inappropriate's happening. We didn't get the bag man out, Tate. I actually said, hey, I'm going to the University of Kentucky. I'm so excited about it, Dustin.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
a big Blue fan, so that's
great.
got to be exciting for you, too.
Yeah, very exciting. Just the whole process was great. A wonderful experience, and I want to be nowhere other than Kentucky, so it's pretty great.
Fired up about it.
Destin, one thing we talk about on the show a lot is food. Tony's Steakhouse. If they haven't taken you there yet, take your mom. It never disappoints.
Never.
Hey, I think this is pretty cool. Before we get to Riley's accomplishments this year, both quarterbacks, obviously different bodies, different styles, different builds, right? But the thing that I think is in common, both of them were the unquestioned leaders of their team. You think that's fair?
No doubt about it. And Riley, we're excited that you're up here tonight. And, you know, I think of perseverance for Riley, too. 3-time runner-up at the state tournament. I was up there for the state championship. I knew when he was walking out there, I was like, this dude's not losing. He's not going to let it happen. Totally dominated in the state championship. Everybody was so fired up about it. I know Coach Derek talks about you being a great leader, obviously a great leader on the football field, too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And humble, by the way.
Tell me this, because I think there's got to be something to it. To win to get to the state tournament in wrestling, you know, you've been there 4 times. That's not easy to do. Runner up, that means you were the second best in that class. You did it 3 times, and then you win it. You got to be a tough guy to do that. Where does that? How do you think that helped you as being the starting quarterback and the leader of the football team?
Well, just helped me. Just go out there, do good, do my best.
Confidence?
Confidence, yes, sir.
I love it. Okay, take us back to the state championship. Did you pin him?
No, they stopped the match with 30 seconds left. I was about to, though.
Yes, he was.
That is,
yes, he was.
In WCS jargon, that is Popcorn City. Congratulations. Hey, real quick, can we get a close-up? Let me see your ring, Destin. Put y'all's rings up there. That's some hardware right there, Coach.
Oh, Riley's got his on, too. There we go. That's what I'm talking about there.
You had some Riverdale rings. Where do those stack up?
We won't talk about those. They don't even compare. It's okay.
Good luck, fellas. We're going to
Thank you,
go back
guys.
to the red
Congrats,
carpet and join Jay.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Nick Dang of Ravenwood High School. Nick, you were all district in basketball as well as soccer. How are you able to achieve such high levels of success in 2 very different sports?
I think it was just a lot of hard work off the court and off the field, but just knowing when to take rest days to stay away from injury.
Glad to hear it. Congratulations on a great year. Have a good night tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Next category, another big one, Female Team of the Year. We have the Brentwood Girls Track Team, state champs in dominating fashion. Brentwood Volleyball, who are with us. How many in a row, Coach joins?
That'd be 8 in a row,
8 in a
16
row.
total.
Nolensville Volleyball, I can't even count that high. Nolensville Volleyball, back-to-back state champions. Ravenwood Soccer, state champions. Everybody state champions. Coach Campbell is in the building.
Hey, doesn't she look great?
Coach, I don't want to embarrass you.
She's been playing pickleball.
5 days a week.
Hey, listen, I've got to say it because every time I see Brentwood Volleyball, I say it every time. Death, taxes, Brentwood Volleyball. You can count on those 3 every time.
Coach Campbell, what does it mean for this to be such a closure, kind of end of the chapter? I know you're going to have many more chapters in the book, but for this kind of chapter to close for you, how did this season feel? You know, what did you get out of this team that you've never seen before, felt before? What does that look like for you?
Well, I guess this event is kind of closure for me. You know, I really didn't go out on my terms. I'm going to start crying. But it was time.
Yeah.
And what this team meant to me, it's an amazing group of young ladies, just amazing. And through it all, through all the adversity, the COVID, the contact exposure, players out. And then to have me go down with health problems like almost a month before the end of the season. It was adversity. And these girls made me so proud, the way they rose to the occasion, the way they met that adversity and didn't, continued that drive. And for an 8-peat, which was amazing. And I can't even imagine how they felt, the loss. But one of my assistant coaches is here who helped. I wanted to bring her over with me. Angie Noble is here. I'd just like to recognize her. Kathy Cram is not here, my other assistant coach who helped. But
assistant coaches, I'm telling you, they're more valuable sometimes than
oh,
the head coach.
unbelievable.
Coach Campbell, I've seen some powerful moments in sports, and Tate and I were there. When you walked in that championship match, I mean, you're talking about a difference maker. The team just lit up, so to speak. I know Shay would echo that, but it was pretty darn powerful when you came in, and poor Siegel. Everybody was talking about Siegel's playing at home. Well, that wasn't their home that day, I can tell you that. So it was awesome. It really was.
Well, I appreciate that. They are the girls, the team is my heart. And I just didn't want to be a distraction. And I felt like I'd either distract the players or distract the coaches. They wouldn't know which coach to go to. But it all worked out. I
would say it worked out just fine.
Special moment in time. Yeah.
It was.
Coach Campbell, you look great. And I would not want to play Coach Campbell in pickleball, so I need to know what rec center you're going to. I'm not coming. Hey, Shay, 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year, going to the University of Alabama. We talked about it. Talk about your teammates. Great leaders, and usually great players are great leaders. Their teammates will tell you they're one of the best teammates. Talk about your teammates, because 8 in a row, it took all of you.
Yeah, for sure. I think, honestly, the reason that we're so successful is our team chemistry and how much trust we have in each other and how much love we have in each other. I mean, the number of times that we just had, parties on Friday nights, just hanging out with each other when we didn't even need to. It wasn't even volleyball related. So I think just the fact that we had such good team chemistry, it really just translated to the court, and we really just wanted to do everything for each other. And I think that was a lot of the reason why we were so successful this year and the past 4 years that I've been there too.
and the 4 before that.
Yeah.
She's impressive.
She's amazing. And as, our representative, as our leader here, she set the season record for kills. I think it was 856 in 2019. And then she has career record 2,185, and that's amazing. That's just amazing. But she would be the first one to say that she couldn't have done it without her teammates. And there are some amazing seniors over there, just Sophie Frolic and Reese Bailey, Haley Sanders. Who's another senior? Who'd I miss? And Mary Oldham. Yeah. When Shay was out for 10 days, contact exposure, and Mary Oldham, I mean, she killed it.
If I didn't know better, I'd think you have a script. With that, we're going to bounce to Jay, and he's with Mary Oldham on the red carpet.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I am here with Mary Oldham, another one of those great Brentwood volleyball players. I'm going to ask you a question that might be kind of hard, given all the winning that you guys have been doing, but what was your favorite memory from this past season?
I just loved in the first set of the state championship match, Coach Campbell walked in and no one was really expecting it, but when we saw her, I came off the bench and started crying, and that's a lot for me because I never cry, not even sad movies or anything. So just shows you how much she means to us. And then we won that set, and then we kept Siegel under 10 points, which is just insane for a state championship match. So that was really awesome.
It sounds like a great moment for a great team. Thanks for coming, and have a great night tonight.
Thank you.
Coach joins. Now we're back with the Brentwood track and field.
You guys had a decent season.
Back with talk. Here, come on over here. We're back with the Brentwood Track and Field Lady Bruins track team. Which one of you's Holland? I usually see you all.
Holland has an individual.
She's back there. Okay. So introduce yourself real quick, and then let's talk about. I think the odds in Vegas on the Lady Bruins winning the state track meet in the large classification for ladies this year. I think it was like 2-1. Or
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't great.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself and tell your event and how you did.
Awesome. I'm Skylar Hethcock, and I did high jump in state, and I got 9th.
All right, I'm Anna Banovac, and I ran the 800, and I got 3rd, and the 4x8 and 4x4, and we won both of those.
And I'm Peyton Strauss, and I did the 4x8, and our team won.
So let me ask you this, ladies. Cross country, 2 of you cross country, is that correct?
Just Peyton.
Okay, just Peyton. So listen, I have said this all along, and you're probably kind of smarting from this too. The Brentwood girls cross country team could be up here too. They actually didn't lose one meet all year long. So not just track, but cross country also. No, who do we have? Introduce yourself.
I'm Holland Powers.
Hey, in Holland, we were talking about this earlier, Holland. Listen, the team finished first. You finished 6th. Farragut, we've been talking trash about Farragut the whole time, saying, look, Farragut, great job. You finished behind Holland if she competed by herself.
I mean, I was just so honored to be able to compete, and it ended up being a really good meet. And so, yeah, I surprised myself, but it was really awesome.
Tate, I think she did okay.
She did great. Okay, I want to hear from you all on the relays. You're on high jump. Are you in any relays? 4x2. There we go. I came to the grade 8 and watched y'all run. And you know, Coach Goodwin, I talked about this a few years ago when you were a Lady Eagle at Ezel Harding.
Yes.
They would come in, her and Coach Harris, and everybody thought, oh, those are nice. They don't like to sweat and then they would press them and drain threes on them and beat them by 60, right? So anyways, you all are such nice and proper looking ladies, and then you all show up to the events and go out there on those relays and just start dusting them. Do y'all take a little pride in that? Do you know they're looking at you like they're not going to beat us, and then they're all nodding their head? Yeah.
Like that's pretty much it.
Do you all enjoy that?
Yes, sir. I mean, I think what brings us all so close together too is when you work so hard with a group of girls, and then it's just it's impossible not to be best friends. So. Yeah.
And let's not mention, track is hard.
Very.
I mean, it is a mental game that you compete with yourself all the time, whether it's track, cross country. But these girls behind me, I mean, I'd love to see a race break out between the 2 of you and those 4.
No, I'm not running anywhere.
I got one last question. Coach Steve Brock, big, gruff guy, got the goatee going all the time. Pretty intimidating, or really just a big teddy bear?
I'm going teddy bear. Is it teddy bear?
Yeah, he's so fun. We love him.
It's unanimous. Ladies, good luck tonight. Y'all look great. Congratulations on a great 2021 championship. We'll bounce to Jay on the red carpet. Anna Claire, apologies.
I'm here with Eden Middlesdorf of Brentwood Track. She is actually committed to Pepperdine for track and cross country. So Brentwood Track and cross country had a great season. Talk to me about going to state and winning this year.
Yeah, it was just a great feeling, just working together as a team and being able to make it that far. I just think our team is just so special and so unique in how we all fit together and all share a common goal and passion for the sport. And I'm just really proud of everything that we've done this season. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Congrats on such a great season, and best of luck at the next level. Back to you at the desk, Tate.
All right, still on female team of the year. 8, not 8 back-to-back, but he hadn't been the head coach for 8 years. The Nolensville Lady Knights volleyball coach.
You can't win 8 if you don't win 2. We're getting this thing started now.
I'm
Baby
pumping,
steps.
I'm pumping my man up. Coach Brett Young, the Nolensville Lady Knights, back-to-back state champs. Who was that? Anderson County we watched in Blackman?
Oh, my gosh.
Boat Race City. Coach, you're looking very slick tonight.
Well, street tuxedo did us right, so appreciate them, and really glad to be here, excited to be here tonight, glad this thing could happen.
Back-to-back state champs. When you won it the first year, you had no seniors, correct? sometimes that's pretty tough to do, right, Coach Goodwin? Everybody's expecting you to do it. You come back. It was never a question. You always scheduled tough out of conference district games, and just, I mean, so many players. Fun team to watch.
Well, we're blessed with great players, and as you said, no seniors that first year, and those 5 that were juniors last year stepped up and wonderful leaders for us. And you know, this year was a little bit different. When you win that first one and maybe aren't expected to, everybody knows who you are that second time around. So a little different feeling, but these kids deserve everything they've gotten, and you know, I'm really proud of all of them.
Coach Young, you know, something I'm excited about being back here tonight, it was really obvious that your team was going to be here last year. And you guys, it was great. They were already talking it up early in the year. Hey, if we're nominated and we're finalists for the Willcos, when will that be? And then we pulled the rug out of under everybody, right? It's got to be exciting for your team. Obviously, too bad for the girls that were gone from last year, but I know your team's excited to be here because they really should have been here last year too.
Well, I heard Coach Campbell talking about it. You know, nobody plans for what we went through this past 12 to 15 months, and being able to be here tonight in a lot of ways is almost like putting 2 years into one.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy and excited that so many of our girls that were a part of it last year are back with us here tonight. And as I said, they deserved it last year, but again, they deserve it this year, and I'm just so proud to be here with them tonight.
Let me tell you something. I say this when you're not here, too. An easy guy to root for right here, Coach Brett Young. We're proud of you, Coach.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
And with that, we're going to go to 2 of the young ladies who made Coach look so good this year as Coach of the Year. We're going to go to Jay on the red carpet.
Thanks. I'm here with Charlie Fulton and Lauren Starkey, members of the Nolensville volleyball team. You guys had a great season, and I've got to give you guys some credit here. You did beat Brentwood High School, who's also here, so obviously that's an incredible accomplishment. And on top of that, you even won state. So how did that state championship feel?
It was, wow, okay. It was just amazing. The state championship means everything, especially this year because, you know, you've heard it before, but with COVID and everything, we had girls who were out half of our season. We had girls getting quarantined left and right, and we still like pursued through all of that, and we're able to, you know, defend our title, which is a whole nother accomplishment in itself, because winning one is hard enough, but then having to defend that after is almost an even harder feat, and we were able to accomplish that. So I'm just really proud of our team.
Yeah, and winning state for Nolensville has been it means so much because of our tight-knit community. We were the first to ever win state at Nolensville High School. So we really started a tradition of athletic excellence, and we're really excited for that to grow this year and continue on for years to come.
Well, y'all have a lot to be proud of. Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. And the final team of the year, Ravenwood Soccer, Coach Joins, a team you know well. You were at the championship game. That one went a little long, another state championship.
It did, and you know, the thing that I loved about that particular matchup, it was an all-Willco final. 2 back-to-back state championships for Ravenwood Soccer. Head coach for the first time at state champ. What do you do from here, Coach? Year 1 as head coach, state title. What are you supposed to do now? I guess get another one?
Yeah, just keep pushing for it. I think that's kind of the plan every year for every team anyway, is to make it as far as you can. In the last 2 years, we just happened to go all the way. So that's always the plan.
What was special about this group of girls, you know, kind of looking at this whole year as kind of a weird COVID coming out of, you know, a weird spot for everybody? How did you adjust? What did that look like for you? What kind of challenges did you see?
This group had great leadership across the board. We had 8 seniors that were ready to step up to the plate and take on the challenge, and they knew this year was going to be complicated with all the COVID protocols, and of course worried about getting quarantined and all these different things, but they never once gave up. They kept pushing. They knew that they'd put in the work, and they were ready to go all the way.
It's fantastic.
Back to the red carpet outside. We got Jay and Anna Claire ready out there, Tate?
No, we got them. Congratulations, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Coach, 1 year, 1 championship. That's a pretty good way to make your debut. Okay, that's female team of the year. That's a loaded class. Everybody is a state champion. Everybody's a state champion. 3 of them are at least back-to-back state champions. So what does that mean? Now we're going to male teams of the year. Here's the rundown. Brentwood football, the 6A, the largest class in all of the land. State runner-ups, 6A region champions. I believe that was 3rd year in a row. 11-4 record, fell to Oakland 33-56. No one knew it at the time in Coach Ron Crawford's final year. Pretty cool. What a way to go out. Fairview Wrestling, the state champion, 6 individual wrestlers made the Tennessee Sports Writers Association All-State Wrestling Team. First state championship in Fairview school history. Coach Joins called that one about 18 months ago. Ravenwood Tennis, the state champs, 4-3 victory in the state tournament over Collierville. They were also the district and the region champs. And I know Coach Goodwin likes this, the 5A state football champions, the Summit Spartans, Old Sparty.
Old Sparty.
Pretty loaded class. Hey, Coach.
Pretty good-looking group, though.
How pumped were you about the Summit Championship?
Now listen, Coach Goodwin, I know is especially excited about Summit football. She bleeds Summit blue and orange, no doubt about it. So I know she was pumped. Coach Coleman's here. Come over, Coach. It's like a homecoming party right here, isn't it? Yeah. Good to see you, Coach. You look great.
Thank you. Coach Brian Coleman,
What's up,
head
Tater?
coach of the Spartans. Now, I heard a little birdie told me Coach Coleman special ordered his jacket. Coach Goodwin, did it disappoint?
I heard that too. I heard it.
Coach Coleman always looks good.
There's that special order.
Something tells me that a certain young lady over there picked it out, but that's okay.
I was not alone when I picked it out. No.
Hey, I'm going to let the Spartan fan get to it, but the 5A state champs, man, a long time coming. The people have been watching it, where this team was when you took it over. And I want to coach Dr. Farmer, Miss Lamb. Let me tell you something. It wasn't like he had Gary Rankin's resume when they hired him. He is a 1-year head coach at Forest. Coach Kirby, they took a chance on him, and look at where the Spartans are now. That was good. I was building you up.
I'm with you.
I think
Talk
Coach
about
has
the
done
team,
all
bro.
right. I think Coach has done all right.
Just a great group of guys, man. It was a tough year. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to talk about the asterisks, put an asterisk next to this year, but they probably need to, because it was a tough year through the COVID, through the contact tracing and such. Just really, really proud of these young men. And coming back from last year being the runner-up, I think they just had a bad taste in their mouth all year, and we're just hungry for it.
Coach Coleman, I noticed, and just like Destin, you guys, I don't know if y'all talked about it before, but you guys may have noticed, Coach is definitely holding the mic with the correct hand. He's got that ring.
Oh, yeah.
It's like blinding people on the screen there. Looks great, man. Looks
Thank you.
great.
We're really proud of it, and the guys are proud of it. They ought to be. You know, it's something to have for a lifetime.
No doubt about it.
Coach Coleman, I know this year was exciting. You know, you've got past COVID. There were so many different challenges. Tell us a little bit about the makeup of the team. What was special about this team, more so than any other team that you've ever coached?
I think a team. I think that's what it is. I think we had no selfish people. We had no selfish players. They were a team. I mean, they got each other's backs. They had each other's backs in the summer, you know what I mean, in the fall, and just stayed hungry. I mean, a lot of times when you get a COVID win on a Thursday or even a Friday, they were, they'd be happy. Yeah, we got to win. That was easy. But no, these guys were hungry. They were really, really upset. And once they got in the playoffs, they just went from there.
Well, and then you get there, Oak Ridge, 28-7. They were never really in the game. You built the lead. You great play callers know what to do when they got a great player at quarterback, right? And who was the play caller on the team?
I was, I think.
Yeah, and who'd you give the ball to?
Destin Wade.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey,
put
Tate,
the ball in your playmaker's hands.
Let me say this. I've been to a few of these, right? Last several years, and there's always teams and athletes who have a presence. Summit football has a presence here tonight. Summit football is definitely in the house tonight, no doubt about
time.
it.
That's good.
Coach, he let us know he was going to make a statement. But here's something else, man. Coach Goodwin talked about it a second ago. Coach Coleman, the leader, but without your staff,
oh man,
no go
they're great.
ball.
They're great. I mean, these guys work their tails off. They love the kids. They genuinely love the kids. They want the kids to succeed, and that's that's the people you hire. I mean, you got people that care about the kids and they know what they're doing, willing to work. Kids love them, trust them, all the things. And, it's just great, awesome staff.
Good luck tonight. I'd fist bump you, but I'm
Thank
afraid
you.
that
Don't hurt
ring
yourself.
would break my hand.
Thanks, man.
Good luck, brother. Coach Brian Coleman, the head coach of the Spartans football team. Coach Derek. You're not getting off that early. Easy. Come on up. Head coach of the Fairview Yellow Jackets wrestling team. How many state championships in Fairview history, Coach?
Well, before this year started, there was 0. Now there's 1. Hey, and listen, Coach Derek, I've been accused of being maybe the biggest Fairview wrestling fan outside of Fairview High School in the state. You think that's true?
There's plenty of room on the wagon, and I want everybody to jump on board. So.
I'm in, man. I'm in.
Well, I got in trouble for trying to build up Coach Coleman. I was being honest, but it's kind of the same story. Talk about it. When you took the job as the head coach at Fairview, for those that don't know, there's 14 classes, correct, to have a full lineup. How many wrestlers came out?
I had 6. After 2 weeks, 2 of them left. I wound up with 4. Now, the difficulty, and this is no knock on any other sport, to get to the top in any sport, it's a grind, okay? But in wrestling, you have to build a program. I don't come in there with a bunch of wrestlers in town already. They're already built-in football teams, basketball, baseball teams in every town across the USA. It's a football, baseball country. But when it comes to wrestling, you show up to a town and you talk about wrestling, you have to build it, you have to have your community buy in, and you have to have the kids and the parents. So I spent many a days down at the Pee Wee football field trying to drag kids in the room. Finally, they bought into the idea that it would improve their ability on the football field and the gridiron, and so sharpens iron. So I went out there and found the toughest teams I could compete against. Early on, we got beat up, but at the end of the day, we prevailed because we continued to get better. We saw where we needed to get to. So it's a difficult process.
Well, I know you're proud of your team and you're proud of your school, but the other thing, you're a Fairview guy. You were proud for Fairview. It's just a cool story.
No doubt. To have an opportunity to get up here and represent my community, my school, the kids, the parents, my administration, it's an honor. So however this thing shakes out, super proud of my school, my kids, and really proud of this overall county and what all of you do to put this together. It's a wonderful thing.
Love it, Coach. Love it.
He fire you up?
I'm fired up. I don't know if I'm ready to wrestle, but I'll tell you this, Coach. Funny story. I'm at the state duels championship. Obviously, you won. And listen, I usually kind of hang out on the sides, don't get too into it. Now, if it's just our teams, I do. I was getting kind of into it. Mark Reeves came up to me and whispered. He said, "You thought basketball was exciting, didn't you?" I said, "This is great, man. This is great."
It's a great atmosphere, and anybody who's not had an opportunity to see that level of competition in that type of arena, in a gym with a mat and wrestling, take the opportunity to go out and enjoy it. These kids who put so much work in this sport would really appreciate it, to have a little bit larger venue and more people in that building seeing our sport. Come watch.
Good luck, brother.
Thank you.
With that, we're going to go to Anna Clara with Jacob Clevenger of Fairview Wrestling on the red carpet.
I'm with Jacob here. Jacob, you're looking very nice tonight. I like the hat. So, Fairview Wrestling won the first state championship in your history. What does that mean for you and your school?
I think it's just a step in the right. I mean, it's a direction in the right step. I mean, we can continue to progress as our teams. This can go from football all the way to softball. I think this is a building stone and a major milestone for us. I think that next year we'll continue to go win the next one, and then even motivate the rest of the teams at Fairview to continue to try to compete for the top.
Awesome. Well, congrats on such a great season, and best of luck in your senior year. Back to you at the desk.
Okay, Brentwood football. Coach Crawford, you've grown. You shaved your head, and you grew some. Well, no, Coach Crawford said growed some hair. We got the brand new head football coach of the Brentwood Bruins, Clint Finch. What's up, brother? You look nice tonight.
Oh, I tell you what, Coach Crawford got a lot better looking. Is what happened. He didn't even know that. He just got a lot better looking tonight.
You got the gold matching. It looks good.
Streets Tuxedo took care of me. They're the stylist.
Street Tuxedo is like a John Wilde hidden gem. Do you know what the tagline is, Coach Goodwin? They never disappoint.
Never disappoints, man. They came through. Look good, Coach.
Real quick, because this is about last year's team, but really cool. You love to see things like this, I think. a guy who's been a loyal assistant, a loyal school guy for so many years, the offensive coordinator. The boys respect him. Coach Crawford respects him. And he steps down, moves on. Coach Kydell and Coach Crawford announce it, and then he goes, oh, by the way, here's your new head football coach. What was that like?
Super exciting, something that I just I've dreamed about for a long time, to have an opportunity to run a program like this, and I was honored and humbled and excited, and said repeatedly, those kind of sound like cliches, but they're very true in this situation.
Coach, what are you guys doing right now to prepare for the season? What does that look like coming out of post-COVID? Kind of some challenges going into the new season.
Well, it's nice to be post-COVID,
right,
or as post-COVID as one can be right now. We have a great group of guys. Right now we have 51 freshmen. We have 103 varsity players. We have our first kids coming in at 7. We're there about 3 hours every day. Our kids are great about working hard, putting in the time. We talk a lot about the standards that our football program has to uphold, and our kids are doing a great job with that over the course of the summer.
You know, you've been there. The 6A state championship, it just is something different. It really is. So to even get there is unbelievable. This team, you all have been close the past few years. You finally break through. Cade Granzow, your senior quarterback. John House, your senior defensive back. Walker Merrill broke every wide receiver record there is. Getting there wasn't the ending we wanted. Got beat by maybe the best Oakland team of all time.
Really good football team.
Yeah, but scored 33 points. Who was calling the plays?
I'll take credit for it on this.
That might be why you got the job.
But I got to be honest, I was also calling the plays when they shut us out. So.
Very big, very big. Congratulations. I know you're excited to have these young men here. We can't wait to watch 2021, but let's honor 2020 tonight.
Awesome. And I just want to say thanks so much for being on the Willcos. Glad we could go back to doing this. It's awesome.
Headed back to the red carpet, we got Jay or Anna Claire. Oh, they sent them in here. Coach, we got Ravenwood Tennis in here. Hey, if anybody needs...
I had to come up to tennis now. Come on.
If anybody needs to ask a tennis question, he'll get really hurt if he doesn't get to ask the tennis question.
Listen, this is a topic of discussion every year, Coach. I played a little tennis myself. I think last time we talked about Prince graphite rackets, maybe the T2000 we talked about a little bit. But, Coach, the tennis, it's kind of like wrestling, too. I was there for the championship at the state tournament. You're taking on Collierville. After the singles, what was it? 3-2, you guys?
Yes, sir.
Then they win the first match. It's 3-all. You're playing a pro set to 8. You're down 5-4 and a break a serve. So it's not looking great, right?
It is not looking good at all.
Tell me what that discussion was on the side there. Ethan Eisenhower, Jackson Stone playing in that final match.
Well, first off, Ethan's our senior. He was our team captain this year. So and Jackson was also one of our better players of the year. So we were glad that they were on the court, on the final court. And I mean, honestly, at that point, you got to play 1 point at a time. You cannot focus on what the score is. You got to focus on the next point. You win that point, you move on. That's all you can focus on when it comes to tennis.
Coach, congratulations, state champs. This is a tough category.
It is, and it not only for state, but for Williamson County. Williamson County probably has arguably the best district. It's the best district in tennis, boys and girls side.
Well said.
Yes,
I mean, really, you had
absolutely.
3 teams that could win the state title, right?
Yes, absolutely. Honestly, I would say 3 of the top teams in our district, in our county, would probably place top 5 in the state.
It's incredible.
It's very incredible.
Good luck tonight. Happy for you.
Very honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Headed to the red carpet with Anna Claire with a couple of Ravenwood tennis players.
I'm here with Patrick and Jackson. Both of you are up for Player of the Year, and you won the state championship in tennis this year. Congratulations to both of you. So when you look back on this season, what are you most proud of in yourself and your team as a whole?
I'm just proud of the whole team. Everybody was just really willing to work, and everybody just wanted the state championship, so we put in the work and we got to it.
I'm just proud of our fighting spirit. Even when we were down, we still pushed through and were able to win it.
Congrats on the state championship. Back to you at the desk.
Pretty strong there, Coach. All right, teams of the year in the books. Now we're going to go to female cross country. Runners of the year, finalist of the year.
Alyssa, come on over.
Strong category here. Alyssa Andrea of Fairview. Well, I'll let you ask her in a second. Jane Halterman of Independence, Caitlin Vanderkolk Brentwood, and Lee Walters of Page. Coach joins. She's off to a pretty good start of her high school career.
So, Alyssa, you have been running 2 years at Fairview, right? Freshman year, state championship. Sophomore year, state championship. Where do we go from here?
Hopefully up.
I don't know how much further up you get. And I noticed too, Alyssa, she was, Tate, I don't know if you realize this, when we introduced the girls flag football pilot, she was the representative for Fairview High School. So you're going to get involved in that too, I guess.
Yes, sir.
Very excited about it. So let's talk about this, because Tate and I have talked about this. So with you, because you've been so dominant in cross country, how do you push yourself when you're out in front of the pack and really nobody behind you is pushing you? What are you doing mentally in that situation?
Just thinking about just keep going.
You
There's
thinking
not
about
really much
personal
to it.
best times?
Yes, sir.
Just run.
Just run.
I'm excited to watch you in flag football. Did Coach Hughes have to recruit you, or did you say, yeah, I'm in?
Yeah, I said I'm in.
She said she's in, Tate. She's all in.
There might be a Willco, man.
Maybe.
That's a new category.
The first two-sport winner. I think that's awesome. Congratulations. Enjoy tonight. A sophomore, 2-time state champion. Very, very cool.
Congrats, Alyssa.
With that, we're going to Anna Claire on the red carpet.
Thank you.
I'm with Caitlin. You were the highest placed WCS girl at state and also third in the region. And you've signed with Belmont University. What is it about Belmont that caused you to sign there?
I just love the team. It was a great atmosphere, and I'm really excited to be there next year.
Best of luck at the next level, Caitlin.
Thank you, Anna Claire. That wraps up female cross country athlete of the year finalist. And now to the male cross country athlete of the year finalist, Nick Beatty of Nolensville, senior, placed 4th at the TSSAA Region 6 large school meet, placed 19th at the TSSAA state meet, personal record time of 15:53:41, signed with Tennessee Tech. Hudson Hurst, Franklin High School, 5th in the region, 17th at the state, 12th best 5K time in Tennessee. Ryan Keaton, Fairview, placed at state every year, finished 10th this year. And Kevin Vanderkolk, Brentwood High, 2nd at the TSSAA state championships in 2020 with a 15:36, highest placed by WCS boy at state and unbeaten during the regular season, headed to Belmont University. Strong class we got there. I can't wait to see where this one goes. Kevin?
That's me.
Kevin, what made you choose Belmont?
I really loved the team. They were very welcoming, and I'm really excited to run there next year, too.
I noticed here in your stats, you say fastest time of the year for any Tennessee boy during cross country, 15:06. Where were you in your mindset to get that PR and also a Tennessee PR?
Honestly, for me, I didn't realize I had a half mile left in that race. I thought I had so much longer. But as soon as I knew I was kind of close, I knew I had to go, and I gave it 100%. So.
Is runner's high a real thing for you?
It is a real thing.
I
promise.
has to be.
While we're on bling, check out his bling. He's
I know.
Hey, listen,
you're going to need sunglasses.
Everybody's coached up nice. They're holding the mic with their rings. And I am proud to say here in WCS, we have to buy a lot of bling, right?
I'm pretty sure you have a segment about
there'll be a
all
segment.
of that in the awards ceremony.
Listen, I'm hoping our friends in Gallatin are watching tonight, Tate. I got a feeling they're going to be watching the show.
They're watching. Their ears are bleeding, and their ears are going to continue to bleed. Congratulations, brother. Your family, I don't know how many races you all have won for the Brentwood Bruins, but it's a lot.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say this. You're in the early lead for Tux of the
I'm going
night.
to say it's strong.
I appreciate it.
It's
Thank
very
you.
strong.
It's going to be tough to beat.
Thank you. Good luck tonight.
Good luck tonight, brother.
Tate,
Okay.
now, listen, we've been talking multi-sport athletes. Here she comes, Claudette, multi-sport athlete runk. And listen, Coach Goodwin, she can't even hide it, can she? She's got her Summit dress on. When the Summit folks come up here, she just gets all tore up. Claudette, I got to ask you this, because you're up here for golf, right? Softball player. But let's talk about this. We've been talking about with coaches, bear or teddy bear. John Wild, your basketball coach, is it more like an angry tiger, teddy bear, or does it depend on the situation?
It definitely depends on the situation, but I would say
during the game.
Yeah, yes. Oh my goodness. But I would say he's pretty teddy bearish with me. He likes me a lot, I think.
But Claudette, she follows the game plan usually. Usually. So you won't get yelled at when you do that.
Yeah. Just listen to what he says.
Hey, do you have any comments about his, you see him going out to eat at all these places. Do you ever get on him about that and say,
Yes.
Coach, what's going on here?
All the time. I tell him he got to eat better.
He needs to invite you guys,
Yeah, I know. Pay for me.
Claudette, I mean, it's amazing if you all have not seen her play basketball. She's tough. She's gritty. She gets it done. However, the plot twist, she's an amazing golfer. And it is so amazing to see how successful she is. Claudette, when did you start playing golf, and why is it one of those kind of secrets as you continue through high school? Everybody is surprised by this, but what made you choose it, and tell us kind of why you love golf so much.
Yeah, well, I've been playing golf like my whole life. So my dad's made me play golf since I was like 18 months old. So I've always just been out there on the course, and my dad loves it. So he's always made me just go out there. And I don't like to talk about it much because I get embarrassed by it sometimes. But, I've learned to love it because I've met a lot of fun people during golf. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations. Good luck tonight. And I believe we have some more golfers with us. You guys come on up.
Coach, hold on one
we
second.
throwing it outside?
We're going to bounce back to the red carpet.
I'm here with Brooke of Brentwood Golf. Brooke, you played number 1 as a sophomore and qualified for state as an individual. Congratulations. What are you looking forward to and continuing for your junior year?
I'm looking forward to just growing and becoming better and make it to state again, because that's always fun, but also growing as a team. It's me and one other girl named Skylar, and it's kind of not very popular at Brentwood, so we're just trying to make it popular and become better as a team.
Awesome. Well, best of luck next season. Back to you at the dust tape.
Thank you, Anna Claire, the Claudette Runk. That was great. Hey, boys, golfers, I realize they're going to announce all the finalists when we get to the show. So, boys, golfers, finalists. We've got Troop Wallace of Brentwood and Colin Alexander of Ravenwood. Boys, first of all, I can tell Claudette can drive that thing pretty far. Have you all been on the course with her? And if so, you don't have to admit it. Can you outdrive her? Troop?
Can I drive who?
Claudette. You haven't played against her. That's okay. Talk about this year, man. Great golf season.
Yeah, I had fun. I mean, just try to go out there and do the best I can every time. So, yeah.
Colin, we got Colin here, Alexander from Ravenwood High School. Coach Teddy Craig, your head coach, who, what did we used to call him, Coach? He used to be Mr. May.
Mr. May.
Now he's Mr. October, Reggie Jackson had that. Did we say November?
No, I think we went back to Mr. September.
Okay, went to September.
There's only one Mr. October.
That's true. So, listen, Colin, I went out and watched you guys. You played great at the tournament. What was so interesting, you guys finished runner-up. Your score would have totally dominated the previous year. You guys, I mean, runner-up state's pretty awesome, right? You ran into a buzzsaw that final day, but you had to be proud of your performance because in most years, that was a state championship.
Yeah, we had a great score. I mean, as Teddy said, we played our heart out, and Farragut, they played amazing. Had a great number 1 kid that had a great score, and so they deserved it. But we played great, came runner-up, and we had a strong year.
You know what's interesting about golf, too, and I know they're not in WCS, but Dixon County has a young man who played in the Corn Ferry tournament, right? But he didn't necessarily dominate our league. Right? I mean, you guys are right there with him. Any given day, we've got lower scores from these guys, and there's a guy from Dixon County playing in a pro tournament, Tate. So golf is another one of those sports. Obviously, we're great at a lot of sports. Pretty darn dominant in golf. And you guys push each other, right?
Oh, yeah.
Troop?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You guys play a lot across the teams or mainly inside your own teams?
We'll have 5 guys, and we'll play a match. It'll be Ravenwood versus Brentwood, and it's.
Now I'm talking about on your own. When you guys just go out and play, do you play with any of the guys from the other schools, or mainly the Ravenwood guys?
It's different. I mean, I have a bunch of friends on different teams that I'll go out and play with. So yeah.
Well, congratulations, guys.
Oh.
No, go ahead, Troop. Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I normally play like my friends with Brentwood, but I mean, yeah, I play with, some kids from Ravenwood, some kids from all the other schools. So, yeah.
They all get along. Good luck tonight, fellas. You're looking dapper.
Congratulations.
You're up for Tux of the Night. You're in the conversation. Jay and Anna Claire have our other 2 male golf finalists.
Thanks, guys. Like you said, we've got 2 more golfers, 2 more good-looking Tuxes. We're here with Harrison Akers of Franklin and Grant Clark of Page. Guys, you both had great seasons. Looking back on it, what are you most proud of?
2 years ago, had a really good team, actually won state, and it was just nice to be able to come back and play solid again for another year.
Paige, we haven't really had a good program lately, and over the past couple of years, we've struggled, and it was pretty cool to be able to come in as a freshman and make a difference, kind of turn the program around.
Thanks, guys. Congrats on the great year.
Thanks, guys. Now we're on to volleyball finalists. For those of you that tuned in late, if you haven't picked up on it yet, Coach Goodwin, when she was a coach, was at Summit.
She's almost giddy.
Just so you know, she's a Spartan at heart. Coach,
We've got
this is one of your
Destiny
favorites.
Cherry, one of my absolute favorites. She was a freshman when I was there, and I'm looking at your stats, Destiny. 233 kills this season, 10 per match, 34 blocks, going to Butler University on a volleyball scholarship. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad high school season. No, tell us, what drives you? I know you've been playing volleyball for a long time. I actually tried to recruit you for basketball, but that she so kindly turned me down. But tell me what it is about volleyball that gets you fired up, what excites you about it. I mean, you're going to play at the next level, so you know new challenges, new adversity. Kind of tell us what your love and passion is for volleyball, and then how that's going to translate to your next move.
All right. Well, I have always loved team sports. Obviously, I was in basketball. I played soccer for a lot of my life. Being on a team has always been something that I've been excited about. I've always loved meeting new people, so just getting the chance to compete for other people and for myself has always been something that's drove me in every sport I've ever played. I'm really excited to go on to the next level. I've met my teammates, they're amazing people. I've met my coaches, they're fantastic, and I'm just really excited to play and compete at a higher level.
Yes, you've always competed. Coach Riker, I love him. Such a great mentor for you through these last 4 years, but you've got quite the competition looking at this finalist. You've got, of course, you've heard this name before, Shea Eggleston, Charlie Fulton, and then Lauren Stark. I mean, looking at this lineup, how does that compare to, where you kind of fit into this, and talking about, your competitors here, and you saw them this season, how do you shape up against them?
These girls are my friends, and they have been since I was 13 years old, so I'm more excited for them than anything, and I'm excited that I got put into a pool with them as a competitor and as an athlete, so I'm going to be happy for whoever wins tonight.
She's nice, too.
Kind of like he was talking about earlier about Coach Young. She's easy to cheer for. Hey, you look great. Congratulations. Stacked category. What does that mean? That means if you're even in it, you are big time. Going to Butler?
Yes, I am.
Good luck. We can't wait to follow you.
Thank you so much.
Going to Jay on the red carpet.
Thanks, guys. I'm back with Charlie Fulton of Nolensville. You had a great career as a Knight. How did your time at Nolensville prepare you for your collegiate career?
Yeah, well, Nolensville High School has been really good because the volleyball team has been a family to me, literally and figuratively. My uncle, Brett Young, has been an amazing coach, along with my cousin, Avery Young, who's been a great teammate, and childhood best friend, Cayman Ladd, who I've grown up with. And going to Freed-Hardman University is going to be really similar to that because I've got lots of my family up there. So I'm really excited to build a new family there and just keep growing what I've grown here.
Sometimes family connection can yield great results. Thanks, and back to you guys.
I'm here with Lauren from Nolensville Volleyball. Congrats on such a great season. When you look back on this outstanding season, what is one of your favorite memories?
I would say one of my favorite memories from this year, and what most people would say on our team for sure, is winning the state championship. But it wasn't only winning, it was defending our title. But kind of aside from that, I would pick out a memory is our senior night. We have 5 seniors, and we've been playing together forever, so it was obviously already special. But our team, like, the definition of Nolensville was definitely family, and our family came together and made this senior night for us. We even had to do it earlier because we thought maybe the season might get canceled, COVID and everything, and they just made it so special for us. We had a great win that night, and we all celebrated after, and I'll just never forget that memory for sure.
Well, so glad that Nolensville has been the family on the court for you. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, ladies. I know, Carrie, you heard Charlie Fulton talking about going to Freed Hardeman. I believe Cayman Ladd's going there too.
I know it well.
You know it well.
I know it well.
They'll enjoy it, right?
They'll find fun, I'm sure.
And their dads can get there pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay, football defensive finalist of the year. Junior Colson, Ravenwood High School, went to Michigan, the Wolverines. I think he's there now. Is he not, Coach Joins?
He is, and we've had I'm glad you mentioned that. We've got a couple of situations like that. Obviously, having the Willcos a little bit later in the year, the advantage is spring sports get to finish. If they're worthy of being athletes of the year, we want to make sure we get the right winners. The downside to it, we've got these guys who are early enrollees in some cases. In some cases, they're just going to campus a little bit early. So we've got a couple of those included in that. Junior Colson, Michigan, Cade Granzow, Auburn, and then Mr. Jake Brenningstool, who is we're probably riding on a slide now down from the top floor to the bottom there at the facility at Clemson. You've seen this, right? Where they ride the slide down?
Oh, yeah. It's pretty cool.
Nick Saban's not doing a slide, is
that's
he?
the difference between Saban and Dabo. Well, and that's just the way it is now. They're going to have you there in June lifting weights. There's no question about it. But back to the defensive finalists, Junior Colson, Ravenwood, John House, Brentwood, Caleb Jolly, Summit, and Grant Reeder, Nolensville. You're going to see more about them later. That's a stacked class. You've got, like you talked about with Junior, he's at Michigan. John House is at Brentwood. Grant Reeder from Nolensville. What a dude he was. You want to talk about a guy. Here we go. We're back to the Summit Spartans.
He's going in that wrestling mode, isn't he? I can see him.
Well, you know what I'm talking about. When you talk about a guy, if you watch the Summit Spartans, all you had to do was find the ball, and Caleb Jolly was around it, and Jay's got him on the red carpet.
No doubt.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Caleb Jolly, and I had a hard time coming up with this question because he plays offense, he plays defense, he won a state title, so there's a lot to ask about. But I want to ask you about your playoff pick 6. How did that one feel?
Oh, it was great. Just to get my first pick, and it being a pick 6 was just an amazing feeling. And my teammates being there when I was in the end zone to celebrate with me, it was just a great feeling.
Absolutely. Big-time players making big plays in big games. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm here with Grant Reeder from Nolensville. Grant, what is your favorite part about playing defense?
I'd have to say my favorite part is definitely just hitting somebody, they just feel it. You hit them with all your force.
Kind of like anger management, We'll throw it back to the desk.
So, Tate, as we transition from defense to offense, look, everybody loves offense, right?
Especially people who hang their hat on shooting three-pointers.
Easy.
Hey, listen. If you can shoot it, let it fly. This next young man is, he has the opportunity to play for a guy who's known for offense, right? Coach Scott Blade at Independence High School. And one thing I'd say about Jackson, come on up, Jackson, come on right here. So, Jackson, let me tell you, we had our media day for football last year, and I'm going to tell you, his personality sort of took it over. I mean, it really did. We had a lot of alpha dogs there. But I'm going to tell you, no bigger alpha dog than Jackson Campbell. And, Jackson, you've got to be an alpha dog to do what you did on that football field this year. Great year.
Thank you.
Now, give us more. More.
Shoot. Thank you just for letting me be here. I'm pumped to be here with all these great other athletes. And, man, me being an alpha dog, I got to be. I love competing in everything I do. And, man, I'm having a blast right now. I love getting all snazzy and about to eat some great food. So
I'm going to tell you now, his jacket game's pretty strong, too. Hey, talk about playing for Coach Blade and that freedom he gives you back there being the QB.
Oh, yes, for sure. Coach Blade, he's an offensive guru, so me and him have worked countless hours, and so he's definitely helped me out for the college level too. So he's an offensive guru for sure, and I was blessed to play for him, and I wish him the best next year. I can't wait.
Coach, he won't do it, so I'm going to do it for him. And then Coach Goodwin is she got a big smile when you walked up, so I'm going to give it to her. But let me tell you something. Jackson, for those that aren't football fans, Jackson Campbell would have been a preseason all-state wide receiver and maybe even a DB. What does he do?
No
Coach
doubt.
Blade moves him to quarterback. You want to know what he did? He threw for 2,012 yards, 20 touchdowns. But here's the deal. He played 1 year of quarterback. He threw 2 interceptions.
Unbelievable.
That's pretty strong.
Unbelievable.
I know there was a certain someone that helped you along the way in choosing Navy. My family knows John Carter pretty well, but tell us kind of the process, how you came to choose Navy and how maybe he helped get you over the edge.
Of course. So from the get-go, I just wanted to go somewhere I knew I was wanted, A, and B, a big-time football place, program with great academics, and at Navy, you're getting both of those. And so talking to John Carter, I'm actually working out with him tomorrow, so I'm actually going to see him tomorrow. It's funny. But, yeah, he told me Navy was a great place where obviously you're big-time football, you're playing the Notre Dames, big colleges like that, but also the discipline you'll learn there and life after sports you learn is definitely second to none. So go Navy, beat Army. Yeah.
No doubt.
Good luck, brother. From one quarterback to another, red carpet.
Like you said, I'm here with Connor Bevan from Franklin High School. Connor, you were named All-Region for Offense and TN FCA 6A All-State. Congratulations for both of those. How has your offensive line contributed to your spot here tonight?
Well, they're all great guys, and I have a great relationship with all 5 of them. And, 3 of them going D1, that's a really big thing to have, and nothing gets done without a good O-line. So I'm just very fortunate to have them and have great relationships with all of them.
Congratulations. Back to you, Tate.
Thank you, Anna Claire. So there is your offensive, the football player of the year, a lot of crossover there. That will be Connor Bevan, who you just heard from, Jake Breenstool, Cade Granzow, and Destin Wade. So with that, now we go to girls soccer, and we have Emma Shields. First time we're announcing them as the Lady Admirals, Coach.
That's right. Hey, and Emma, all the way to the state championship match, an all Willco final. Talk about how special it is to play in this district. If you are playing well in this district, you've got a shot to win it all.
The thing I love about this district is that it's all so competitive. Like every single game's a challenge. You have to compete every single game. You have to show up. If you want to win, you got to work. You got to treat every practice like you want to win. So yeah, I love this district.
Hey, and Tate, I don't know if you know this because she's dressed up. She's not as easy to recognize as she is out on the field. She was part of the unified track team, correct? Am I saying that correct?
You're right, sir.
Hey, tell our audience about that.
Well, I actually wasn't invited until Fisher Anderson, one of the football players from my school, texted me. He was like, "You want to go to this unified track meet?" And I was like, "Of course I do." I used to run track in middle school, and I was like super excited. So I knew it was going to be a great opportunity. I knew I would grow as a person by going, and it was just the most amazing experience. I ran the 100 open. I competed in the long jump, and it was just great. It was so fun.
Tate, it was a pretty neat event, wasn't it?
Very cool. We saw Big Fisher walking across the infield. I looked at you and said, "Who is that guy coach for?" And you said, "That's Fisher Anderson." It was cool, and I do remember you there. I watched you run. And I know you're in soccer, but I think I'd find a way to get her to do kind of like primetime Deion Sanders, get her a helicopter or something, let her do both. But, hey, talk about that final game. Did you come out of the game, and if not, you had to have been exhausted?
I was so tired. After 110 minutes, just to lose, like, right before your eyes, PKs, it's such a hard way to go out. But you know what? Every single day I step on the soccer field now, I think of that, and it just gives me more fire. It gives me more motivation. This year I'm going to come out. I'm going to lead my team. I'm so excited. We're going to make it again. We're going to win. that motivation. I'm just so excited to use it.
You've got me pumped, Emma. I'm pumped.
That's the great thing about this thing. Good luck tonight. Proud of you.
Thank you so much.
Back to the red carpet with our remaining girls soccer finalists.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Megan Carlson and Mason Wells, two great soccer players from our county, and I want to know what your favorite memories were from this season.
My favorite memory was beating Franklin in the semifinals of districts.
My favorite memory was definitely beating Ravenwood. We had a tough start to the season with, I think, over 10 of our starters out for COVID, and Ravenwood was one of our first games back. We came together and beat them 2-0, and that was a big moment for our team, for sure.
Well, if that doesn't tell you about the rivalries that are here in Williamson County, I don't know what else would. Thanks, guys. Congratulations, and have a good night.
Thank you.
I'm here with Nora Henderson from the Ravenwood soccer team. I'm loving the red for the Raptors. So you were named All-District, All-Region, All-State, and All-American midfielder. And I also heard you guys had a big win over Franklin. Talk to me. How was the atmosphere among the Ravenwood team when y'all beat them?
Wow, I mean, talk about a team who's just, I mean, soccer's first, but we're all best friends at the end of the day. I mean, with the respect from, we know all those girls on the Franklin team, and there's just so much respect, like 110 minutes of hard workers. As much as it was so exciting to win with the people we love so much, we'd have nothing but respect for the Franklin team and, like, their hard work. So, it's a day I'll never forget and a day that I'll forever be thankful for, but man, I mean, I'd do it all over again. Thank you so much.
Well, best of luck at the next level for you. Back to the desk, Tate.
Coach, I always like seeing some of our friends' daughters come up, and seeing Nora Henderson, she definitely got her athletic ability from her mother, not her father, Russell. She is fun to watch. All right, now we are on to women's basketball. Our co-host, Coach Carrie Goodwin, got out of basketball about 3 years ago, and I'm pretty sure this young lady was a freshman, and that was a big part of it.
Yeah, Amelia, this is a love-dislike relationship that we had. It's funny is, when we would put together our scouting report, you would see Osgood when I was coaching freshmen, and there were so many questions behind that because being a freshman at the time, you don't know how they're going to gel with the team. You don't know what the chemistry is going to look like. It did not matter. She was dominant from freshman year, and she's not stopped all the way through. Amelia, you've had a phenomenal career at Brentwood. You're averaging 18 points per game, 4 assists, 2 steals, McDonald's All-American candidate, All-State, All-Mid-State, All-Region, All-District, and she's going to Princeton. Tell us, how could this year be any better than kind of coming out of COVID? You were able to play, had a great year. Tell us a little bit, just kind of getting into this new transition, going into college. How does that feel for you? Are you excited? What are the challenges that you're going to see or face? Tell us how you feel.
I'm feeling great. I mean, I'm so thankful for my time at Brentwood. It couldn't have been a better experience, and just so thankful to play all 4 years. And I've had amazing teammates, amazing coaches. And I cannot wait for this next chapter, and I think well prepared and just keep working every day towards getting better for this next chapter.
Tell us about the choice behind Princeton. I know it seems like a terrible place to go. No, tell us what made you choose there, the chemistry of the team, what made you fall in love?
Yeah, just the amazing academics, plus they were a top 25 program when I committed. They are an amazing basketball school. I have amazing teammates there, the coaches I can't wait to work with. So it just was the total package that I was looking for, and I can't wait to get started.
Good luck, Amelia.
Thank you.
Not only tonight, but moving forward.
Thank
Fun
you.
watching you play for sure. Hey, let's bring up Lindsay Sullivan. Tate, now listen, we've got the important people walking up here. Lindsay Sullivan of Bone and Joint Institute, Williamson Medical. Lindsay, glad you guys could be here tonight. What a great event.
Thank you so much. It's such a great event. It's so great to be back together, and we're just so honored to be able to celebrate all these Williamson County athletes that we support throughout the year, and to see everyone dressed up and not on the ball fields is awesome.
Hey, talk about, and you guys always do a great job.
Thank you.
Handling our athletes with our trainers, our doctors. But talk about this year and navigating this year. What an interesting year. But you guys never blinked. Never.
Never blinked. And it's just a testament to the staff that we have, to Jay Moore, the director at Williamson Medical Center of Athletic Training. I know he's been around the county, and just with all of our physicians, we've had to, as everyone's had to do this past year, pivot. And I think that they did an amazing job. And we're very blessed to be a part of this program.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate the relationship.
Absolutely.
Many more years.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Let's take it back outside.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Lily Wilkin and Mackenzie Cochran of Page High School. Both of you were all-district tournament MVPs, and I got to ask, how do you guys feed off each other as teammates?
I've known Lily since 6th grade, and we played travel together, so I know her tendencies pretty well. And just having her on the court with me, I always know where she is, and I can count on her.
We've known each other for so long, and I know if I get a steal, she's running out, and the same thing if she gets a steal. And it just knows that I'm not alone on the court. I have someone,
Well, it sounds like y'all would definitely be a dangerous duo to go up against. Glad I don't have to. Thank you very much. Congrats.
I'm here with Kate O'Neill from Franklin basketball. It was your senior year, and you had a high-scoring game of 42 points against Nixon County, and you averaged 19 points per game. So in your last season with Franklin, what has this group of girls meant to you?
I mean, we never really always had the success that we wanted, but when we did, it was definitely because of our chemistry. And out of all 4 years, this is definitely my favorite. I mean, we had a heavy freshman class, but honestly, we were just all best friends, and it made it the most memorable season there was. So it was amazing.
Well, congrats, and go Admirals. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Anna Claire. Moving on to boys basketball. Coach joins. He's got a big smile on his face, but also some nightmares coming back. John Winley of Brentwood High School joins us.
Yes, let me tell you, I can tell you this, the folks at Franklin and some of the other schools are like, finally, he has graduated. You're one of those guys, John. This is a definite compliment. There are certain guys and young ladies that play that when they're a junior, you're thinking, aren't they a senior already? And by the time you leave, you're like, thank goodness they're out of here. But you've been such a big part of WCS and obviously Brentwood basketball. Great career.
Thank you very much.
Let me ask you this. Talk about playing in this district. Obviously a tough district. You've played on a team that's had great success. But as the years have gone by, if you can make it in this district, you've got a shot at the region tournament, sectionals, and then also making it to the state tournament. Talk about playing in this league.
Yeah, I mean, this district has always been, very tough. This year especially, it was pretty, tough top to bottom. So, I mean, we were lucky to get out with second this year and make it as far as we were. So.
Well, one thing that I've noticed over the years, and I don't think you can deny this, regardless of how the year goes, and you guys had a great year, but when it comes tournament time, Brentwood basketball always steps it up. What is it about that? Is it something about the program, the belief in that name across the chest? Why does that happen?
Well, I mean, a lot of the players this year looked at the teams from, 2014, 2015, and when they went to the state tournament, it kind of, made us want to do the same thing as they did. And so we kind of had a hunger and desire to do the same thing they did.
Well, congratulations for being here tonight. Congratulations on a great career. Good luck at the next level.
Thank you.
Back outside.
Congrats.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Kennedy Pendergrass of Fairview High School. And, you were the District 11 AA All-Defensive Player of the Year, so clearly you know a thing or two about guarding the ball. I want to know what your favorite memory was from this past season.
Probably playing in the district championship and just the environment. That gym was very loud, and it was just a great game. So,
well, it sounds like it was an awesome environment. You should be very proud of yourself. Congrats.
Thank you, guys. Back to the girls category and girls wrestling. Now, I think this sport has exploded on the scene. Coach Grind's staff at Independence jumped on it first, but they've really grown it up. And we've got Bailey Peterson with us and Livia. Ladies, talk about wrestling. What made you decide to get into it?
Well, I started in 7th grade, and one of my teachers was the wrestling coach. And I did martial arts for a long time, and I was kind of sick of it. So I thought I'd try something new, and I ended up really liking it. So I've been doing it for like 6 years now. So, yeah.
I started last year, and it was my freshman year, and I kind of it just grew on me, and I really loved it, and I love the team. We're really just like a family at Independence.
Girls, what do you tell other females that this might be a little bit intimidating or a little bit out of their comfort zone? What message do you want to share with them, just to say, you know, it's fine, you can do this, empower them? What are your thoughts behind that?
Well, most girls assume that it's more of like a boys' sport and that it's meant for boys, but it's really grown for women, and it's definitely a girls' sport, and more girls should get into it.
I mean, it just takes a lot of hard work and perseverance. I mean, I've been the only girl on an all-guys team my whole time wrestling, and it's been hard, but you just got to put in the work like everybody else, and you'll see the results.
I love it. Well, you all have seen the results because one of you's got a really good chance to win a Willco tonight. Back to the red carpet with our remaining finalists.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Nevan Brinson and Erica Moore. You guys were both state medalists, and what I want to know is, what would you say to other girls out there that are interested in wrestling?
I would say that you really want to start early as possible. If you can get on your middle school team, that's great. But if you can't, just join early in the summer, do the summer workouts, and get to know your team really well before you actually join.
I'd say it's worth it. It's changed my whole life, and if you feel like you should join it, I would definitely give it a try. And even if you can't find a team, just try to figure out a club or something you can go to, and it's really fun.
It must be awesome to be a part of such a fast-growing sport like girls wrestling. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you. Now on to boys wrestling, or wrestling. Hey, Alex Abels, Centennial High School.
Pretty good career, by the way.
Pretty good
Alex.
career, but here's what I love. 118 pins. That means 118 times the match didn't go the full duration. And he comes up here. Does that look like a guy who's getting ready to stick you on your back?
I don't know if to take that as a compliment or not.
No, it's a compliment.
It's a big compliment.
Hey, listen, I noticed this because Alex was also a finalist for the Mayor Scholar Athlete, right?
Yes.
If you don't mind me asking, because you look great, right? In great physical shape. You've put on a few pounds since wrestling season, haven't you?
Yeah, I have.
What was your weight class?
I wrestled at 152.
And what would you be wrestling at now?
182.
Okay. You're like, finally I can eat, right?
Yes.
We're doing it safely, though, for those that are watching. Doing it very safely. No more of those plastic bags and sucking on ice every day. We're not doing that.
I was going to say, you're a senior, right? You graduated, right?
Yes, sir.
So we can say this. How many days was it just chewing on ice chips just to get through?
Almost every day of the year.
No, please. Hey, can we edit it? I know it's live. Let's take that out. Hey, so Tate, he gets extra exciting. Now, he loves wrestling, but he also loves wrestling. So he gets in that mode of, are you a professional wrestling fan at all?
Like WWE?
Yeah,
No. No.
That hurts Tate right now, doesn't it?
To be fair, if he had been a child when I was a child, he'd be a wrestling fan. That stuff today, that's no good. Hey, man, that's the ultimate tough man sport, and what a great career you had. I don't know if Centennial has a wall of fame yet in wrestling, but if they do, he will dang sure be on it.
No
Good
doubt.
luck tonight, brother.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Back to the red carpet.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Rachel Johnson, Riley Garrettson, and Maddie Yates of Franklin High School. I'd like to know how you guys got into wrestling. Not wrestling, bowling.
My brother was on the bowling team.
I'm here with Tanner Willett from Independence. Tanner, you were the region champion and had the most takedowns in Independence program's history. You're continuing your career at North Central College. What are you most looking forward to at the collegiate level of wrestling?
Man, just meeting new people. I'm excited to get into the room with people with the same experience as me. Every day is going to be a challenge, and I'm looking forward to that challenge, going in there, working hard, and them working hard as well and giving me tough obstacles to come over. I think that's really going to push my wrestling to the next level.
Tanner, best of luck at the next level. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, guys. Now we move on to bowling. Very excited. We've got Molly Austin of Brentwood High School. We've got Frankie Negron of Centennial and Jake Littlejohn as well of Centennial. Molly, let's start with you. Here's what I've always wondered. It's like watching golf. It's just you, right? You're alone with your thoughts. 10th at the state championship, a high game of 240 points. When you're waiting on that ball to come back, what's going through your head?
I'm mainly thinking, how did I miss that shot? If I did, how can I fix my feet, fix my eyes, see how I can make the next one even better?
And at what age did you get into bowling?
Just my freshman year of high school. My brother was a senior on the team, so he kind of got me into it.
High game of 240?
Mm-hmm.
What did you start getting a little tight? I mean, what's that like? I will never know.
Sometimes I try just to not focus on the screen, and I just keep bowling every shot by itself, and then when I look up, it was a good game.
One frame at a time.
Yep.
Good luck tonight. You got a tough category, but you can be there.
Yes.
All right, which one's Frankie? Frankie, Centennial High School. I thought this was a typo, but Coach Joins doesn't do typos. High game of 289. What's a perfect game, Coach?
300.
I mean, we got to know. We got to know.
I don't know. It was just, I like the competition. It just makes it easier for me to bowl better. And I thought I bowled a 300 before. I just messed up. It was a bad frame.
Hey, let me tell you this, because I've been out to watch ball. Very exciting. Another sport, very exciting. And Jake, you'll agree with this. Frankie gets into it. He shows a little bit of emotion. I don't know if it's Pete Weber-esque, but I'm telling you, he gets into it. I love the emotion, Frankie.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, Jake, let's talk to you here just a second. You guys make it all the way to the state tournament. Talk about how exciting that was this year.
It was incredibly exciting. I could have never predicted this happening. I don't know what else to say. It's cool.
When did you guys start? When did you two start bowling?
I started bowling about 4 to 5 years ago.
Yeah, Frankie?
I started bowling as a kid, and then I thought I'd try it again, and
It's great.
it got really good.
Well, we're proud of you. We're glad you're here tonight. Good luck. Congratulations. We'll see you soon. Back out to the red carpet.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Riley Garrettson, Rachel Johnson, and Maddie Yates of Franklin. 3 great bowlers. All 3 of you have rolled over 200, which is unfathomable to an average bowler like myself. So I want to know, how did you all get into bowling as a sport?
My brother was on the bowling team all throughout high school, and so ever since then I kind of was interested in it. So.
Honestly, Rachel just came up to me at lunch and asked if I wanted to go to bowling tryouts with her, and I said yes, so that's all.
My 6th grade art teacher made me join the bowling team.
Well, no matter how you start, even if it is a 6th grade art teacher, you've all turned it into a pretty great career here at Franklin. So congratulations to all of you. Back to you guys at the desk.
Coach Quirk is excited. This is her favorite category
She
of the
loves
night.
this category.
Cheer dance. We got Maggie Carlisle of Summit, Laurel McLaughlin of Ravenwood, and Jessie Mae Merrill of Ravenwood. I don't think anybody got affected by pandemic COVID-19 quite like the cheerleaders and the dance team, but y'all never wavered. You were always there for your guys and your girls. Talk about that, and you know, I think you all, this class will always be remembered. But what was that like when you haven't been let back into games yet?
Yeah, it started out with practices, and they all were on Zoom, so we couldn't really do anything. And then the games, we didn't even know if we were going to get to have any at first. But we ended up having some, but you had to always wear your mask. There were a bunch of rules of how close we could stand to each other, how long we could stunt for. There were always so many rules about it.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing, just the stunting rules. We could only stunt for 15 minutes at a time. It was hard to get to know the new teammates because we didn't have any team bonding activities. And just overall wearing the mask, just social distancing, it just made it a lot tougher to practice.
Yeah, I mean, they basically said it all. I mean, it was hard with like masks, social distancing, not as many fans, getting that energy from them, but I think that we still made the most out of it.
Well, we loved it when you guys came back. It was the right thing to do, and you guys kept such positive attitudes about it. Very much athletes, very important part of WCS. Good luck tonight. Back to the red carpet.
I'm here with Addie Bonner from Brentwood, Olivia Potmeyer from Ravenwood, and Kat Burchell from Centennial. Girls, when you think back over this past year, if you could pick one lesson, what would it be?
So the biggest lesson I learned over my 4 years is to always be a team player. No matter what grade or age you are or what year on the team it is for you, we always try to help out, and it really helps school spirit and us to be a good team.
I have learned to always work together, whether it be with a coach, with a teammate, with another team. Working together always gets the job done. Showing good sportsmanship no matter what happens, whether win or lose, working together always comes out on top.
The biggest lesson I've learned is probably never to give up, because there's a lot of times where it gets really hard and you just want to quit, but when you put in the practice, you find out that you can do it.
Those are some great lessons, girls. Back to you at the desk, Tate.
Girls tennis finalist, and we have Grace Stout of Ravenwood with us and Lisa Messier of Franklin. Grace, the Ravenwood tennis program, your coach was up here earlier talking about if you can just make it out of the district, you probably got a pretty good chance to do it, and that's what you all did. But another great year. When did you start playing tennis?
So I started playing tennis when I was around 8 years old. I didn't get very serious until about 12 or 13. And I'm a sophomore this year, so this was my first full season. Last year it got canceled because of COVID, and we had a great time this year.
And tell everybody what position did you play on the tennis team?
I am number 1 spot on the tennis
Sophomore.
team. Yes.
That's very big.
Thank you.
Lisa, Franklin, the girls tennis team has definitely taken off over there. 21-0 singles, District 11 singles record, District 11 singles champion, led you all to the district championship. Talk about the rise in Franklin Lady Admiral tennis. You were a big part of it.
Well, this year has definitely been different than it has in the past. We made it to state for the first time, like in the finals for the first time in school history. So that was really big for us. And yeah, we have a really strong team, and I'm glad to be a part of it. So yeah.
Girls, good luck tonight. You look beautiful. You got quite the competition in front of you, but I'm excited about tonight for you.
Thank you.
Good luck. That's girls tennis. Also boys tennis. The finalist in boys tennis, Skylar Kronk Polston of Fairview, Patrick Dells of Ravenwood, Donovan Janisek of Brentwood, and Jackson Stone of Ravenwood. I don't know if we've got any of the boys here. Okay, we've got them out on the red carpet with Jay. Boys tennis.
Thank you, guys. I'm here with Skylar Kronk Polston of Fairview. Skylar, you led your team to a district title this year. What does it mean to win that title and to do so as a leader of your team?
All I can say is that hard work pays off, and this is my first time ever winning district and winning regionals, and just sets school records for our school, and I'm just really happy to be where I'm at right now.
Well, congratulations. Good luck moving forward. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Jay. We've got Grayson Dugan of Page Patriot Soccer, runner-up in 2A. Man, heartbreaker, but such a great season getting there. Talk about that last game and what this season means to you.
I mean, to be honest, it was a senior season. I was playing with a lot of great guys. Despite the fact that, yeah, we did lose in that final game, it doesn't really break my heart because I know that we were all out there. We were fighting for each other. We gave it all we had. We were coming to the game with some banged-up players, and it was a hot day. It turned out how it turned out, but I was just happy that I could have this season after last season was taken away from us.
No doubt about it, and you all made the most of it. No shame in the runner-up. That is huge, and man, what a close game. 19 wins, most wins in school history for any soccer team. You left your mark, brother. Good luck tonight. Congratulations for being here.
Good luck, Grayson.
Back to the red carpet.
I'm here with Ryan Hayes of Brentwood Soccer. Ryan, you're going to Emory University, continue your academic and athletic career. What about Emory made you choose?
So I was just looking for a great academic school. Soccer just was a second thing. It's a great addition. I got into Emory, and the coaches are really great. Players have talked really highly of them, and ultimately that's why I chose Emory, because the coaches are great school. And my coaches, Coach P, all the coaches of my life they've led me to where I am now, and having another great coach can only lead me to more success.
Well, Ryan, best of luck with you at Emory. Jay, over to you.
Thanks, Anna Claire. I'm here with Bradley Whalen of Franklin High School. Bradley, you're taking your talents to the University of Alabama Huntsville next year. What are you looking forward to most about joining that program at UAH?
Well, I'm very excited to join the next level of soccer, the collegiate play. I'm excited to live on my own and start the rest of my life.
Sounds like a good time. Looking forward to it. I'm sure you are. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Girls softball or ladies softball, another sport that we're pretty good at here in WCS. I would say we've got Avery Wismar of Ravenwood, Josie Polk of Page. Avery, I don't know if you watch the Sports Connection. You probably don't, but we're big Avery Wismar fans on there. I would always say if she's on the mound, we got a chance to win. 200 strikeouts. That's a lot of strikeouts. Arm ever get tired?
At times, yes. Definitely the back-to-back games were difficult.
Well, and I think there was kind of a resurgence of Ravenwood softball this year. You were obviously a big part of it. What was that? Just you all staying together the past few years, or you on the mound was a big part of it? Where'd that come from?
I think the culture was really good this year. I had some phenomenal teammates behind me that really supported me, and I was able to take a leadership position and hopefully set a precedent that will continue with this program for many years. I think the girls are so talented.
Without a doubt. Well, congratulations.
Hey, listen, I've got one question for Avery, because this is a rumor now, Avery. She is a student at the EIC with Dr. Jeremy Qualls, and he told me that you said it's all about being a Willco finalist. If I can be a Willco finalist, I'm going to be pumped. Is that true?
Absolutely. He kept showing me all of his coins and all of his pictures, and it just looked like the best thing.
Hey, you've got your own coin now.
Congratulations. We've got Josie Polk of Page. All right, now let's look at these stats here. Coach Goodwin, Coach joins. Batting average of .517. In baseball, if you bat 300, they put you in the Hall of Fame. On-base percentage, .564. Slugging percentage, .872. Stolen bases, 30. Is there anything on the softball field you don't do?
No, I do it all. I don't know, what can I say? I'm so glad that this year went so well for me. I had so much support from my teammates and from my coaches, and I just overall had a really good season this year.
Well, you did for sure. Headed to James Madison.
Yes, sir.
What went into that decision?
I'm sorry?
Why James Madison?
Oh, the community there, it felt like a home. Everyone there was just family. It felt like family. The coaches were honestly so great. And I don't know, it just really felt like a home. It felt like I belonged there.
Well, ladies, good luck tonight. Y'all had great seasons, and glad you can be here tonight to celebrate tonight. Back to Jay on the red carpet.
Good job, ladies.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Morgan Salmon of Brentwood High School. You're a senior. You just graduated. I know you probably had many great games throughout your career, but I want to know, what was your favorite game that you ever played in and why?
You know, my favorite game that I've ever played in is when we played Spring Hill, my past senior season, and we went into 9 innings. We ended up winning on 1 hit and 3 stolen bases, and that was the greatest game I've ever played, and I'll remember it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, sometimes it is the craziest games like that that are the most memorable for sure. Thank you. Congratulations. Over to you, Anna Claire.
I'm here with Elena Escobar of Summit. You were the WCS Pitcher of the Year and All-Williamson County Pitcher of the Year. How confident were you entering the circle this year?
I worked really hard this year, so I was feeling pretty confident coming into Summit, especially after our season getting canceled last year. I had so much time to really work on my pitches and my mindset as a player.
Well, it seems like your confidence paid off. Congrats. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you. Next is boys baseball. Here are the finalists in boys baseball. Blake Bevis, Ravenwood High School. Hunter Davis, Fairview High School. Lucas Cocaine of Ravenwood, and Ethan McIlvain of Nolansville.
Hey, pretty good group.
Pretty strong
Pretty
group.
good group. Some guys who can get it done at the plate and who can get it done on the mound. Ravenwood, pretty interesting. 2 finalists there. You don't see that a lot. It happens some. Great season for Coach Bourne in Ravenwood.
No doubt. Well, and we saw it in girls basketball too with Mackenzie and with Lily. that cancel each other out? What do you think?
No, it just makes it worse for any other coach that goes against them. So, no, these student athletes, I'm so excited about tonight and seeing their recognition, the achievements, but also with COVID, it was such a challenge both for the athletes but the families that were affected. And I know everybody's excited about showing the recognition that they've always deserved.
Tate, if I'm not mistaken, we may have our media students out on the red carpet. Let's head out there.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Sarah Scott Cook of Franklin High School. I think it's awesome that we get to recognize the media students out here as well as the athletes. So, Sarah Scott, I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite project that you ever worked on during your time as a media student at Franklin?
Yeah, I produced a weekly video series called Franklin Football the Vlog that kind of documented the whole game day experience at Franklin. And it was just really fun to capture that and have a thing to look back on and remember each week and each different game. The best one was the Franklin Ravenwood game when we won in the last 4 seconds. So it was really cool.
Absolutely. I'm sure that was an awesome one, as that was an awesome football game for sure. Thank you for being here. Over to you, Anna Claire.
I'm here with Stuart from Brentwood and Sam from Independence. We want to thank you guys for all of your hard work you've dedicated to broadcasting. I'm also curious, what is your favorite project you've worked on?
I definitely say my favorite would be the Brentwood High School hype video. So we did a hype video before homecoming, and I got to have a lot of close interactions with some of our players, get to know them a lot better, film some of the games, get on the sidelines, have some fun. And I think it was a really, eye-opening experience for me. I got to see a lot of the training they go through, and at the games, just getting some cool shots, putting it all together. It was pretty fun.
I would definitely say I produced a documentary series called Beyond the Lights, and it basically went back to everything that goes into creating a winning football team, capturing locker room moments, practices on the field, interviews with players. It was just it was an awesome experience to be able to be with the guys and document their season.
Sounds like you guys have been very busy. Thank you guys for all of your hard work. Back to you at the desk, Tate.
Thank you, Anna Claire. Well, Coach, 7-18.
Now listen. Dr. Qualls is trying to talk trash. He walked up and said, of course it's a little bit behind. Look, we're about 15 minutes off, which is about 35 minutes earlier from 2 years ago. So don't listen to him if he's trying to spread rumors out there. I see him out there with Major. But it was great. Listen, you're going to see them again with these backstage interviews. How about Anna Claire and Jay out on the red carpet? They got it done, didn't they, Tate?
Rock stars. If this is what they want to do, they got a career. And, hey, we got something to do, but we got to say this. We were off last year. I think for being off a year, no rust. It's not a red carpet show without Carrie Goodwin here. She brings some class.
And it's always going to be It's always going to be Coach to me. I hope you don't mind.
I just had a wonderful time with you two tonight. I felt like it was home, it's family. I mean, I guess we just got to keep this thing going.
It's going to be a good thing for a long time.
Thanks
to Mr. Terry Flowers for keeping us straight. Thank you for watching. This is a record. Stay tuned. It ain't going to be long. The Willco's are going to start. I think you need to relocate here pretty quickly.
You too.
Thank you for being a part of the red carpet show of the 2021 Willco's Award live from the Franklin in Franklin, Tennessee. Stay tuned. The awards show is next.
Welcome to the 7th Annual Willco Awards presented by Walker Chevrolet. I'm Darren Joines, Williamson County Schools Athletic Director, and I'm joined tonight by my co-host, my co-MC, my partner in crime, Mr. Tate Matthews. Tate, it's great to be back in person.
It's great to be back in person, virtual last year. We're back at the factory where it needs to be and seeing everybody here again as we start to open back up. And the community that is WCS and Williamson County, I don't think there's a better picture of it than what we're seeing right now. And honoring those young people and those coaches, it doesn't get any better than this.
No doubt about it. Very well said, Tate. Along with Brock Daly and Walker Chevrolet, I would like to thank Mark and John Street and Street Tuxedo. The tuxedos looked great tonight, didn't they? Long-time sponsors of the Willcos and thank them for providing the tuxedos as always. I'd also like to thank Creed Henderson and everyone at WCTV. They are live streaming tonight, so if you're watching via live stream, we appreciate those guys for making that happen. Also for Mark Parrish and the crew at MTSU. Tate, these sponsors mean so much to WC Athletics.
They mean everything, and the thing that I think is really neat about them, all of them have been there since the beginning. There is no Willcos without Brock Daly or Mr. Daly and Walker Chevrolet. Mr. and Street and John Street have been doing the tuxedos since the very beginning. And you talked about Creed and Lance and Heather and Michael. They also do the Sports Connection show. Unbelievably, there's a bunch of you out there that we meet that watches it. They're the ones that keeps that thing together, and they mean everything. No place else has partners like WCS does.
And I would also like to mention, because he won't mention, Adidas and Matthews Team Sports. We are the best outfitted athletic programs in the state of Tennessee, second to none. Thank you, Tate.
Thank you.
Tate,
proud to be a part.
Tate, tell them what we're playing for tonight.
Well, the finalists are going to receive a WCS Sports Conference Challenge coin presented by Walker Chevrolet. And if you get one of those, you're being honored as a top athlete or coach in your category, and the WCS Sports Conference winner will receive a coveted glass trophy. Those, another longtime sponsor from the beginning, Copy Solutions, and you just heard the softball ladies up there talking about it. I believe it was Avery. Hey, I want one of those coins. It's a big deal.
She got a coin, didn't she?
She got a coin. Everybody got a coin this year.
Hey, Tate, before we go further, and you know I love talking about this, team and individual successes in WCS, the WCS Sports Conference, and this is hard to believe now for a district of 9 schools. 8 team state championships, 7 team runners-up, and in a couple of cases, runners-up to one another, right? You're talking about soccer. Ravenwood girls win the soccer state championship, runner-up Franklin High School. We have some Ravenwood people here. I heard you. And then we had 13 individual state championships, 14 runners-up. I'm telling you, you can look everywhere. No one is performing at that level, and it's because of these people who are sitting in these seats tonight.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. When you look at it, team championships, I think we were talking, and I'm being serious when I say this, I think you can take the surrounding counties, add them up, and it doesn't come to 8 state championships. 7 runner-ups, 13 individuals, and 14 runner-ups. This is what I think is really cool, and I know makes you very proud. In those 4 categories, all 9 high schools are represented somewhere. Tell me somewhere else where that happens.
Very impressive, no doubt about that. Tate, we would be remiss if we didn't talk about this past year in navigating a global pandemic. All the athletes and coaches worked so hard. They were so patient and so willing to do whatever it would take to get on the field. I would say this too, parents, you should be commended. I will say this, and I'm biased in this. I am so proud to live in a community and work in a district where we understood, hey, we've got to navigate this thing properly, but we think it's important that we have opportunities for extracurricular activities, and that includes athletics. I know you would join me in believing that as well.
Yeah, it's a year that no one will forget. This class of 2020, 2021, they'll always be remembered as the pandemic class. But it was really neat, right? We're sitting in the summer. We don't know if we're going to be able to play. If we do get to play, what's it going to look like? And then we finally get to play, but there's masks and social distancing, and only 10 can work out in a weight room at a time. And then we got to games and started playing, and the cheerleaders couldn't come, which wasn't right. But then they got to come, and the masks, and they said we'd never make it through a football season. Well, we made it through a football season. We made it through a volleyball season. And then basketball, once we go back indoors, they're going to have to shut it down, never going to make it. We made it. We made it through the spring season. We got everything in. I think the great thing is you as the district athletic director, I think you need to be commended for, you always had a very optimistic approach to it. I don't know what it's going to look like, but we're going to play, and I think the TWA needs a shout out too, and the people you report to, which I know you want to talk about them.
Well, I'd like to thank Mr. Golden, our superintendent, Dr. Webb, who's my boss, Miss Willie Dickerson, who I think may be here tonight, Heather Hayes, who heads up the middle schools, They were very interested in making sure that we could play, and I certainly appreciate that, and again, I know you do too. Tate, a lot of exciting things going on in WCS. Has anyone heard about the pilot that we're going to be doing for girls flag football next spring? Pretty exciting announcement last week.
Very big, and I'll tell you how big it was. Girls flag football is coming to the NFHS in high school athletics. They want it to be in Tennessee. TSSAA said if we're going to do it, we're going to take it down to Williamson County. They'll do it right. How big is it? The NFL and the Tennessee Titans are behind it. The press conference was held there. It was in the club level, and then the young ladies got to go down. A young lady from all 9 schools was represented. They got to go down. I think we could have got into the White House easier than we could have gotten on that field through the security, and they're down there throwing around a ball. It's going to be big. Not to steal your thunder, but you sent out a survey. You already got 600. Yes, I would be interested. That's almost how many football playing boys we have in the county. This is going to be huge.
Very excited about it, and I know you guys are as well. Tate, it's that time. It's time to recognize our athletes, coaches, and teams. The video package that you're going to see, you guys heard of Christian Taylor? Christian's pretty unbelievable, running around here. Brooks Taylor also here as well, but put together these video packages that you're going to see tonight. As the winner of each category is revealed, we would ask you to come to the stage, and then Christian will direct you in terms of getting your picture taken. Tate, it's time for the first category. Let's give out some Willco awards.
There's some to give out. We're going to start with the fall sports, and I know this is something you're very proud of and you like to bring up a lot, but what did the fall have in store for the Williamson County Sports Conference? Well, Brentwood Cross Country won a state championship. Brentwood Volleyball won their 8th consecutive state championship.
Did you say 8?
1, 2, 8.
8.
Right.
Yeah.
8th state championship. Nolensville Volleyball, 2nd straight state championship. Ravenwood Soccer, 2nd straight state championship. Summit Football won the 5A state football championship. And Alyssa Andrea, oh, by the way, she was at the flag football press conference the other night, the 2-time state champion in cross country, and she's a sophomore.
I think we had a pretty good fall, Tate.
That's a good one. All right, the finalists in the girls cross country category are
Alyssa Andrea, Fairview High School. Janie Halterman, Independence High School. Caitlin Vanderkolk, Brentwood High School. Lee Walters, Page High School.
And the Willco goes to Alyssa Andrea, Fairview High School.
Walk down. There's got to be somebody first, Alyssa. You're going to go down to the steps there. Everybody watch Alyssa. Here's what we're doing. Sorry, Alyssa, to point you out there. Come on up and see Price. We got Christian in the front. It's going to take your picture. The finalists in boys cross country are
Nick Beatty, Nolensville High School. Hudson Hurst, Franklin High School. Ryan Keaton, Fairview High School. Kevin Vanderkolk, Brentwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Kevin Vanderkolk, Brentwood High School. Kevin, you're going backstage here. Yes.
All right, guys. I'm back here with Andrea, Andrea, I want to know, how did you feed off your Brentwood teammates en route to your Willco Award?
Well, it was Fairview.
Huh? Fairview. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't want to call you out. We were basically like a family. Like, we had our high and low moments, and they were a bunch of really good people. It's the closest team I've ever been on. They were some of the closest friendships I'll hopefully have for a long time.
Well, the closest teams are often the most successful, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Hey, man, how can you not be a fan of hers? The finalists in the defensive category are
Junior Colson, Ravenwood High School. John House, Brentwood High School. Caleb Jolly, Summit High School. Grant Reeder, Nolensville High School.
And the Willco for defensive football category goes to Junior Colson, Ravenwood High School.
I believe Junior's parents are here. If they're willing to come up here, come get that award for Junior. We have the Colsons here. Maybe they're shy. Congratulations to Junior.
For those wondering, Junior's at the University of Michigan getting ready for football season.
I'm here with Kevin from Brentwood. Kevin, what does this award mean to you as you head off to Belmont to continue your career?
It gives me hope for the future. I'm really excited to keep training, keep pushing myself. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations and best of luck.
Thank you.
Our next category, Football Offensive Player of the Year. The finalists are
Connor Bevan, Franklin High School. Jackson Campbell, Independence High School. Destin Wade, Summit High School. Walker Merrill, Brentwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Destin Wade, Summit High School.
Next category, Football Player of the Year, and the finalists are
Connor Bevan, Franklin High School. Jake Brenningstool, Ravenwood High School. Destin Wade, Summit High School. Cade Granzow, Brentwood High School.
Well, we all know he can run. Destin, come on, take another lap. The Willco goes to Destin Wade.
Good job. As Destin exits the stage, I want to take the time right now to thank our athletic directors and principals from each school. They're doing the hard work there at the school level, and we need to recognize them. Brentwood High School, Joe Blair, Kevin Kydell. Centennial High School, Matt Kreisky, Megan Sanders. Fairview, the Jones brothers, not really, Ricky and Kurt Jones. Franklin High School, Jay Johnson, Shane Pantal. Independence, Mary Beth White, Nikki Patton. Nolensville, Zach Hudson, Bill Harlan. Page, Benji Gray, Katie Hill. Ravenwood, Andy Elrod, Pam Vaden. And Summit High School, Chad Kirby, Sarah Lamb.
Coach, a good friend of mine, probably the best football coach I know, he once told me, players and coaches win games. great administrations win championships. We've won a lot of championships in WCS, and that right there, I think, kind of sums that quote up.
No doubt about that, Tate. And keeping in mind, too, all 9 high schools represented, so we could say that across the board. So great job by the administration, including the athletic directors. The next category, backstage.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Destin. He's only holding 1 award. He actually won 2. So, Destin, I'd like to ask you, is there anyone that you'd like to thank?
I'd just like to thank God for giving me the abilities to play. I'd like to thank my parents, my coaches, and especially my teammates. So, yeah.
Well, congratulations. Thank you for being here.
The next category is girls golf. The finalists are
Brooke Brummett, Brentwood High School. Sophia DiPaolo, Franklin High School. Shelley Jang, Ravenwood High School. Claudette Runk, Summit High School.
And the Willco goes to Sophia DiPaolo, Franklin High School. Tate, Sophia couldn't be here tonight. She's actually playing in a tournament, so that would explain her success. So congratulations to Sophia.
And now for the finalists in boys golf category. The finalists are
Harrison Akers, Franklin High School. Colin Alexander, Ravenwood High School. Grant Clark, Page High School. Troop Wallace, Brentwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Troop Wallace, Brentwood High School.
The next category, girls soccer. The finalists are
Megan Carlson, Centennial High School. Nora Henderson, Ravenwood High School. Emma Shields, Franklin High School. Mason Wells, Brentwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Nora Henderson, Ravenwood High School.
Brentwood, Troop, you were the 2020 district champion. What does this award mean to you tonight?
It means a lot. I'm just thankful to have the opportunity, and thank you to all my coaches, and thankful just for the opportunity.
Well, congrats on the Willco.
Our last category for fall sports is volleyball, and the finalists are
Destiny Cherry, Summit High School. Shay Eggleston, Brentwood High School. Charlie Fulton, Nolensville High School. Lauren Starkey, Nolensville High School.
And the Willco goes to Shay Eggleston, Brentwood High School.
All right, guys, I'm back here with Nora. Nora, there are so many great soccer players in Williamson County. So what does it mean to win the Willco Award?
I mean, wow, I'm so honored, but most importantly, I just want to give my respects to everyone this year. We had such an amazing season for our team, and I mean, all the great teams we played against. I couldn't ask for a better season. I'm so thankful.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Tate, one thing I would mention, and Noah reminds me of this, and I know Dr. Qualls, who we'll bring up here in just a second, one conference, one goal. The young ladies playing soccer, I noticed on the red carpet, they talked about that a lot. We compete hard against one another, but we support each other too.
No doubt about it, and I think they really took it to heart. They went 110 minutes in that championship game between Franklin and Ravenwood, which is the most you can go, and what a game that was, but you're right. One conference, one goal, and means more. I think that sums it up.
Let's go backstage.
Thanks, guys. Shay, if I were to list out all of your accomplishments, we'd probably be here all night, but we don't have time for that. So how does it feel to win this last Willco Award?
It feels amazing. I'm really glad I could finish out my high school career with this. It's always a great event to come to every year, so it means a lot.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
We will now move to winter sports. And Tate, you know I like talking about these things.
Yes,
in the winter, we have anybody from Fairview High School here tonight? The school's first team state championship with the wrestling program. Speaking of first, Page High School girls basketball, first trip to the state tournament. Franklin girls bowling, making it all the way to the state championship. Great job by that team. And Riley Bennett from Fairview also breaking through with an individual wrestling state championship after 3 consecutive runners-up. What a winner we had, Tate Matthews.
No doubt about it, and you talked about cheering for your teammates or your friends from your other schools. The other thing we've got here, our coaches love our sports. Anybody who just listened to the red carpet show, if Coach Derek from Fairview Wrestling didn't get you fired up, you need to check your pulse. That man loves wrestling. Really cool to see them get that state championship. Great winner for us. Let's start off with the girls basketball category. The finalists are
Mackenzie Cochran, Page High School. Kate O'Neill, Franklin High School. Amelia Osgood, Brentwood High School. Lily Wilkin, Page High School.
And the Willco goes to Lily Wilkin, Page High School.
I bet we have some of you out there that you feel, I want to win, but do I really want to? And come up here and stay. Listen, it's no big deal, I promise you, no big deal. You'll be glad you have the pictures later, trust me. Next category, boys basketball. The finalists are
Nick Dang, Ravenwood High School. Reed Kemp, Franklin High School. Kennedy Pendergrass, Fairview High School. John Windley, Brentwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Reed Kemp, Franklin High School. Reed couldn't be here tonight. Let's head backstage.
Hi, I'm here with Lily. Lily, who would you like to thank for helping you get to where you are now?
I want to thank my teammates and my coaches and my family, and just they did so much to help me be the player who I am today and help to improve.
Well, congrats on the Willco.
Thank you.
The finalists in girls bowling category are
Molly Austin, Brentwood High School. Riley Garrettson, Franklin High School. Rachel Johnson, Franklin High School. Maddie Yates, Franklin High School.
And the Willco goes to Molly Austin, Brentwood High School.
The next category, boys bowling. The finalists are
Brian Keener, Franklin High School. Jake Littlejohn, Centennial High School. Frankie Negrone, Centennial High School. Drew Whalen, Franklin High School.
And the Willco goes to Brian Keener, Franklin High School. Brian isn't with us tonight. Let's go backstage.
Thanks, guys. I'm with Molly Austin, our bowling Willco Award winner. What does this award mean to you?
It means a lot. Coming off my 4th year of bowling, it's a really nice close to my senior season.
Certainly is. Congratulations.
The finalists in the cheer category are
Maggie Carlisle, Summit High School. Abby Jordan, Brentwood High School. Laurel McLaughlin, Ravenwood High School. Jessie Mae Merrill, Franklin High School.
And the Willco goes to Jessie Mae Merrill, Franklin High School.
The finalists in the dance category are
Addie Bonner, Brentwood High School. Kat Burchell, Centennial High School. Olivia Potmeyer, Ravenwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Kat Burchell, Centennial High School.
Good job.
I'm with Jesse from Franklin High School. Jesse, talk to me about your senior season that got you to get this Willco tonight.
It was a crazy year with the pandemic, but I mean, from football games to competitions and everything, I just loved like the season ending, and yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
The finalists in the girls wrestling category are
Nivea Brinson, Summit High School. Livia Kalingo Spain, Fairview High School. Erica Moore, Brentwood High School. Bailey Peterson, Independence High School.
And the Willco goes to Bailey Peterson, Independence High School.
All right, guys, I'm back here with Kat, our Willco Award winner. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank that helped you along the way to achieving this award?
I'd like to thank my family and my teammates, and especially my coaches for always pushing me to do better.
It's always about the people around you. Congratulations.
Next up, boys wrestling. Your finalists are
Alex Abels, Centennial High School. Riley Bennett, Fairview High School. Riley Lippincott, Nolensville High School. Tanner Willett, Independence High School.
And the Willco goes to Riley Bennett, Fairview High School.
I'm here with Bailey from Independence High School. Bailey, who do you have to thank that got you to here today?
My parents, my coaches, my teammates, pretty much anyone who's helped me throughout the way, like off-season coaches too as well, just helping to make me better and make me a good wrestler. Mom, I'm famous!
Well, congrats on your fame.
It really does mean something to get one of those coins, right? Hey, Tate, before moving on to spring sports winners, let's take a moment to thank Jay Moore, the school training staff, and all the staff at Bone and Joint Institute and Williamson Medical Center for what they do. Yeah, give them a hand. That's great. They do a lot for our student athletes, over 5,000 student athletes in WCS. They're always a key partner, always, and you see those names listed up there. But Tate, this year was especially important.
No doubt about it. With everything we had to go through just to be able to play, they did such a great job. They're always there. They're early. They're late. And trust me, including your coaches, that's what makes them great. They've got a servant's heart. Nobody wants your kid, their athlete, back on the field or back on the court more than Jay Moore and his staff. Servants.
Thank you.
Riley, congratulations. I know it took a lot of hard work to get to this point, so I wanted to know, what does this award mean to you?
It means a lot to me. I mean, I've been working hard for 4 years and finally won the state championship, and I would just like to thank God, my family, my coaches, my community for supporting me.
Well, a state championship and a Willco Award is certainly a great way to go out. Congratulations.
Coach, are you tired of talking about championships?
I am not. In fact, why don't we talk about the spring a little bit, Tate? Go ahead.
Are y'all tired of talking about championships?
No, we're not.
Well, here's what the spring saw. Team championships, 2, Ravenwood boys tennis, Brentwood girls track. Team runner-ups, 2, Franklin girls tennis, Page boys soccer. What did Summit softball do with their first trip to the state tournament? They placed 3rd. Nolensville and Ravenwood girls track placed 3rd. They tied for 3rd. Remember, Brentwood girls track won it. Let's talk individual championships. 11, 10 in track, 1 in tennis. Individual runner-ups, 10, 9 in track, 1 in tennis. WCS Sports Conference was well represented in the borough in the spring.
No doubt. What a great spring fling. In fact, Tate dubbed it, we have our own spring fling a couple weeks before that happens. And if you said this, Tate, I apologize, but semifinals, Nolensville baseball, Franklin boys soccer. If you mentioned it, I apologize.
I missed it. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, Coach Hudson.
Hey, let's talk about some finalists. Let's start with the category of baseball.
Blake Beavis, Ravenwood High School. Hunter Davis, Fairview High School. Lucas Koshin, Ravenwood High School. Ethan McIlvain, Nolensville High School.
He couldn't be here tonight because he's playing baseball right now. Ethan McIlvain, Nolensville High School.
And now for the finalist in boys soccer category.
Dang, Ravenwood High School. Grayson Dugan, Page High School. Ryan Hayes, Brentwood High School. Bradley Whalen, Franklin High School.
And the Willco goes to Nick Dang, Ravenwood High School.
Now, we have a very informal award process going. It's on best looking jacket. I think Nick's going to be a finalist in that too. What do you think? The finalists in the softball category are
Elena Escobar, Summit High School. Josie Polk, Page High School. Morgan Salmon, Brentwood High School. Avery Wismar, Ravenwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Elena Escobar, Summit High School.
As a senior, what does this award mean to you?
It means a lot. I think it's just a great send-off for our senior year, and I can't wait to get back on the field next year at Lipscomb.
Well, congratulations and good luck at the next level.
The finalists in girls tennis category are
Caitlin Lee, Brentwood High School. Lisa Messier, Franklin High School. Grace Stout, Ravenwood High School. Lauren Terry, Fairview High School.
And the Willco goes to Lisa Messier, Franklin High School.
Like so many of our athletes, as Lisa walks up here, great students. Didn't look like she was going to be able to make it tonight because she was at governor's school, but she made it back. Glad she did.
I'm back here with Elena. Elena, your team finished in third in your first ever state tournament appearance. So what did it mean to you to lead your team into that first tournament appearance and do so well?
It meant everything, especially for my senior season, and we had so many seniors on the team, so I know it meant a lot to them too.
Well, congrats on the great season and a great way to go out.
Thank you.
Next up, boys tennis. The finalists are
Skylar Kronk Polston, Fairview High School. Patrick Delves, Ravenwood High School. Donovan Janicek, Brentwood High School. Jackson Stone, Ravenwood High School.
And the Willco goes to Patrick Delves, Ravenwood High School.
I'm with Lisa from Franklin High School. Lisa, who would you like to thank to help you got the Willco?
I really think I have to thank my parents, coaches, and teammates, especially since this season was one of our best, and last year we didn't have much of a season. So I wouldn't be where I am today without them.
Well, congratulations on the Willco and a great season.
The finalists in the girls track category are
Elise Dobson, Nolensville High School. Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School. Holland Powers, Brentwood High School. Lee Walters, Page High School.
And the Willco goes to Holland Powers Brentwood High School. How many points did she score?
34 points. If you were keeping score at home, Holland had 34 points. She would have finished sixth if she would have been the only athlete at Brentwood High School. Obviously she wasn't, and they finished first. So congratulations to Holland. Farragut High School finished seventh. So if we have anybody from Farragut watching tonight, you finished behind this young lady. So congratulations.
All right, I'm here with Patrick. Patrick, there's so many talented tennis players in Williamson County, and you're standing here as the Willco Award winner. How does it feel?
Feels great. Just want to thank everybody that's helped me, my community, my parents, especially my teammates have always been there for me.
Well, congratulations on the award and a great season.
Appreciate it.
The finalists in boys track are
Ryan Keaton, Fairview High School. Patrick Lama, Franklin High School. Gabriel Robinson, Ravenwood High School. Sam Sullivan, Brentwood High School.
Willco goes to Ryan Keaton, Fairview High School. Ryan couldn't be here tonight. Let's go backstage with Anna Claire.
I'm with Holland of the Brentwood track team. Holland, who do you have to thank that got you here today?
Obviously, I'd like to thank my coaches, my teammate, my family, but specifically, I'd like to thank my mom for telling me not to try out in 6th grade because she thought I wasn't going to make the team, but I made it, so here we are.
Congratulations.
That's a great story. That wraps up spring sports. Man, what a spring we had. Hey, Coach, before we move on, speaking of longtime partners, because that's what they are, partners that the WCS Sports Conference has had, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention Peter Vaquet, Jacob McDaniel, and Chris Barnes at Springtree Media. They've been with us since the beginning. Thank you for their work tonight. If you've ever seen a game day, if you've ever been to a game day, you have those three to thank for it. They were there at the very first one. Peter built the stage. He built the new one. We couldn't do anything media-wise without them. They are a huge part of WCS Sports Conference, and we thank them very much.
Our next award is the WCS Sports Conference Student Athlete of the Year, which is given to a student who is extraordinary on and off the field. Here are some stats about tonight's winner. A 3-year football starter and captain, all-region honorable mention, Admiral Lawrence Award from the National Football Foundation, and signed to play football with Stanford University. He finished with a 4.67 GPA, a 36 on the ACT, and was the valedictorian of the class of 2021 at Franklin High School. He was a National Merit finalist and plans to study symbolic systems at Stanford. I had to look it up, and I still don't know what it means. Here's what he's going to be studying. It's going to integrate the knowledge from computer science, linguistics, mathematics, philosophy, and psychology. Tate, I know your mouth's open because you don't understand either. Congratulations. Come to the stage, Jason Amsler from Franklin High School.
Our next award is the Mayor Builders Sportsmanship Award. Please give a round of applause to John Mayer as he joins us on the stage. We want to thank his wife, Margie, their son, Jack, and his wife, Liz, who are also here tonight. Mayor Builders supports student athletes in Williamson County, maybe like no other. They recently awarded $2,000 to 4 student athletes in Williamson County. They have recognized students through the John Mayer Builder Scholarship There we go. For 15 years, John Mayer Builders supports the Willco Awards by awarding a $5,000 scholarship to a student athlete who has been the ultimate teammate, professional advocate for the school on and off the floor, and has not received an athletic scholarship.
Before I talk about tonight's winner, I think it is important, and we appreciate Mr. Mayer and his family. I think it's worth mentioning again. For 15 years, and it's beyond this award, recognizing scholar athletes in Williamson County Schools, and just a couple of weeks ago, awarded $2,000 to 4 different athletes. That deserves a hand. Thank you, John Mayer Builders. From the coach of tonight's winner, she understood her role on the team and she embraced it like a true professional. There was never a game she wasn't cheering as loud as she could, echoing the coach's plays and calling out defensive rotations. You could count on her to knock down a three-pointer or a baseline jumper when her name was called. I genuinely believe she will become a great coach if she chooses that path. From the school's athletic director, she's a great teammate. She never started a game and sometimes entered late in the game. She was the loudest teammate on the bench, never complained about her role. She finished with a 4.07 GPA, named magna cum laude, and will be studying exercise science at Memphis University. Please welcome to the stage the Mayer Builders Sportsmanship Award winner from Brentwood High School, Kai Jones. And you're going to be reading it correctly when you see the check. Kai's parents will be pumped. $5,000 from Mayer Builders. Thank you. Our next award, this is the first time we're doing this. We talk about this a lot. The multi-sport athlete. We have lots of multi-sport athletes in Williamson County, and I've always said this: if you want to play one, play one. But if you want to play three, play three. I think we've got a lot of multi-sport athletes in this district. In fact, I went and did the research before. Brentwood and Franklin led the district with the most multi-sport athletes in WCS. Both had 133, which is in the top 5 in Tennessee public and private schools. Tate, the number of multi-sport athletes has to be part of that formula for a school's success.
There's no doubt about it. Multi-sport athletes are competitors, they're winners, they're school people, they're teammates. We lead the state in multi-sport athletes. And if you haven't been paying attention tonight, we lead the state in championships too. Don't tell me there's not something going on there. I think it's very cool, but again, they're school people, they're team people, community people. Love it.
Again, tonight we're recognizing for the first time at the Willco Awards one of our athletes who plays and thrives in a number of sports. Now listen, you're going to hear this and go, it can't be true, but it is. She's a starter for the volleyball, basketball, and softball teams. And what did she do in the spring? She also qualified for 4 events at the state track meet. Please welcome to the stage Summer Anderson, Fairview High School. And word on the street is Chris Hughes has already started recruiting Summer to play on the flag football team next spring, which I'm sure we'll see her there too. Next up, let's welcome to the stage a man that needs no introduction. Just ask him. The former district athletic director, the current college career and technical education director, Dr. Jeremy Qualls. Please come to the stage.
Thank you. For those that have been to this event would know that it would not be the Willcos without me telling a major story. And Major's my oldest son. He's been with me since, obviously, since the first Willco's. And he usually picks me apart on the way home, Coach Joins. He was pretty upset that you didn't introduce him on the red carpet tonight. But he did lean over tonight and he said, "They're better than you, Dad." And you guys have done a fantastic job up here. Give these two guys a round of applause for what they've done. This is an incredible event. The hard work that goes into it, Coach Joins is to be commended. His staff, everybody that's with him behind the scenes, thank you for doing what you do. Someone once asked me when I was district athletic director, who would be the first hire that you would make at a high school? Would it be an athletic director? Would it be the football coach? Would it be the basketball coach? And I said without hesitation, it would be a great media teacher. And they looked at me funny. And they said, "Why would that be?" I said, "Because when you cast a vision, you got to have somebody that can tell the story." And we have some unbelievable talented teachers in the media programs, and I would like to mention them briefly. Ronnie Adcock, Brentwood. Ashley McKinney, Centennial High School. Bob King, Fairview. Kerry Thompson in the truck out back, Franklin High School. Matt Balzer, WCS Teacher of the Year, Independence. Brian Bass, Nolensville. Terry Flowers, out back in the truck helping, Page. Chelsea Kite, Megan Sanchez, Ravenwood, and Patrick Nichols, Summit. Please give those folks a round of applause. They do a tremendous job of giving the skill sets to those students that we're going to introduce in the next category. And here are the finalists for the Media Students of the Year.
Stuart Beaton, Brentwood High School. Ryan Griggs, Page High School. Sarah Scott Cook, Franklin High School. Sam Wild, Independence High School.
And the Willco goes to Sam Wild, Independence High School. In the past, we've had numerous students that have helped, that are alumni media students. We have Price Wynn. I'd be remiss to mention him as a former student of ours help us tonight. People like Anna Glenn Grove, who started off as a sideline reporter for WCS Game Day, came to the Willco's in year one and worked the red carpet for 5 years. She worked as the head athletics reporter for the University of Georgia. She then went on to go to an internship with Pardon the Interruption at ESPN. She now works at the Seacrest Studios in the Atlanta Children's Hospital, where she hosts a show for the patients there. These are the type kids that we're talking about that come through these programs and are an awesome advocate for our teachers and the skill set that is being taught. This year, this is not in your manual. This year, we're giving out a new award, the Media Alumni Award. And I'm going to read the following resume. As a freshman, graphics for ESPN football, as well as the 2018 Willco's. As a sophomore, directed football and basketball for ESPN. As a junior at Middle Tennessee State University. Produced and directed spring sports show for MTSU Athletics. Produces football for ESPN at MTSU, graphics for the SEC Network, the Huckabee Show, and Grand Ole Opry. This year, the first ever Media Alumni Willco goes to Ryan Tyler.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, ready, green. Roll green music.
It's a one-point ball game here in Murfreesboro, thanks to some ridiculously hot shooting from
December, and then an older one here that's had some experience.
Effect. Roll, clear, animate. Ready, 6 with keys to the game again. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're clear. All right, good job, guys.
And we are clear.
Hello, everyone. I had no clue about this, so thank you very much. I knew something was a little funky. I heard my intercom go over a program at one point, so I was like, okay, something's a little weird. But thank you very much. I had no clue about this. The media department in Williamson County is just, it's insane. The amount of stuff I learned there at Brentwood, shout out to Mr. Adcock, is is incredible. He gave me the ability to say, here's all the equipment you need, go learn and go do, which is, without saying, it's incredible to just, be able to figure out what you need to do and go learn. And that really put me ahead in, going to college at MTSU. So as well as Williamson County, at MTSU, their media program is outstanding. So if you're looking to go somewhere and you're a media student, go to MTSU. So thank you very much. I don't know where I'm going to this. I guess I'm going back to Jeremy here or Darren. So this got me out of my element of directing, so I'm not normally in front. So ready, camera 7, take 7. Thank you, everyone.
Give Ryan a big applause. He's in the truck. Let him hear you.
That's pretty cool. Dr. Qualls, before we let him go here, we've got a pretty neat thing going, right? Outside the lines. Dr. Qualls came to me several years ago when he was the athletic director. I was teaching marketing at Franklin. He said, I've got an idea for a program. We're going to call it Outside the Lines. It's going to be about careers that are outside the lines of the playing field or court. We've got that thing rolling. We're going to have it going next fall. Dr. Qualls, why don't you tell them a little bit more about those students that we have involved?
Sure, it's a work-based learning placement. These kids are seniors that have room in their schedule. They'll get class credit for the last period of the day, which they'll report to the two of us. I'm not sure that's a great thing, but we've got a really unique situation. I got to give a shout out to the Tennessee Titans. We met with the Titans about this situation. We talked about these particular students that we were going to interview, and we interviewed them through an application process and talked about with the Titans, this is not an internship, this is not a shadowing deal, this is not a babysitting deal. We want these kids to be a productive members of your team. And they have been so gracious, and we are starting up a very unique situation. Matter of fact, it's the only one in the state, might be, I couldn't find it anywhere else, that is athletics driven for students, media students, anybody else that wanted to get involved in graphic design, marketing, PR, any of those things through a work-based learning placement. We called it Outside the Lines. I figured I've already ripped off the ESPYs. I might as well keep on going. And it's Outside the Lines. There was the first day out of school, they showed up at the Entrepreneurship Center and started working. I literally had to say, I'm going home. Y'all need to leave. They stayed the entire day. They've worked getting ready for this event. They ran the first ever podcast back there. And they also, Coach Joins, did a remarkable job at the flag football.
They did, and I think at this point we need to mention who they are, right?
Yes.
We've got McKinley Johnston from Summit High School, Tia Atkinson, Page High School, Caitlin Cohey from Renaissance High School, and Brooks Taylor from Ravenwood High School. Let's give them a hand.
Good job.
Let's talk about that work that they did with Brooks. There's a pretty special video that's out there. I don't know if you've seen it, but Brooks actually shot the footage. He put it together in a couple of hours after the press conference.
He did, and an interesting thing is I was texting some of those guys from the Titans. I was like, have you seen this? I want to make sure you see this. And I just got one response back, and they were like, wow. To the point that I'm happy to announce that the Outside the Lines group have been selected to produce and edit the Jacksonville Jaguars game in December. So it's really cool. So anytime you get to throw that kind of stuff on a resume, it's pretty neat. We got some of the Titans representatives here today, and I want to say thank you publicly for your partnership on this program.
Let's take a look at some of that work that Brooks put together.
Coach Jones, if that doesn't put chills on you, I don't know what does. Brooks Taylor, congratulations, man, on some outstanding work.
Great job. And Dr. Qualls, before you leave, I like to tease Dr. Qualls, but he actually is. He's a really, really humble guy. And one thing I want to do while he's up here, I just thought it was fitting to talk a little bit about him when he was in this position. A couple of years ago, he actually produced the last Willcos. And I went back and watched that, and of course he knew he was leaving this position, so it was kind of awkward for him to maybe talk about it. In fact, every time I talk about what a great job he's done, honestly, he's a little embarrassed about it. And I can see him out of the corner of my eye. I think his face is probably getting a little bit red too. When Jeremy Qualls came to Williamson County Schools, he sat down with the coaches and said, what are the issues you're having? They listed them off. And he basically turned it around on them and said, well, what are you doing? What are the things we can do to maybe promote sports a little bit more? Out of that came the Willcos. He came up with, which was really a harebrained idea if you think about it when he first thought of it. Had it at the Franklin Theater. They pulled it off. We grew. Now we're here at the factory. Also, game day. He came up with that idea, a little ripped off, but still, we like game day with ESPN. But again, something that you wouldn't even think would work. Jeremy Qualls is the greatest visionary I've personally ever been around. No doubt about it. He's one of the reasons that we have what we have in Williamson County. Now, obviously, we've got a great product to promote. We've got great students. But when you look around, you don't see other districts doing what we're doing, and it's because of Dr. Jeremy Qualls. We're coming up with an award, first time we've given it out, maybe the last time, but I didn't think it was right for what he's done that we couldn't say the Willco goes to Jeremy Qualls. We're going to recognize him for what we're calling the Legacy Award. The Willco goes to Jeremy Qualls. And the pictures up there say it all. You got the tux, game day in his element.
Somehow I figured out to make this thing still about me. I appreciate it.
You got to come to the middle, Dr. Qualls. Great job, well deserved.
Darren, I got to say this, and I mean this with the utmost respect when I say it. The good Lord broke the mold when he made Jeremy Qualls. There's only one. Passion, energy, vision, like you said. I mean, he got me fired up just listening to him there. The guy can do it, man. He's one of a kind for sure.
No doubt. Tate, let's talk about that media, the WCTV Play of the Year, right? You ready for that?
I'm ready.
You have a delay game off an
I
am shocked at this.
I think the center was the one that
Here we
noticed
go.
and bowled over.
Oh, they got to pick it up. This could be the WCTV Play of the Week. Gonna get caught? No!
On the fumble recovery, that's number 23, Tommy Monahan.
Man, you see it. It was a jailbreak. The ball comes out. Monahan's like, hey, wait a minute, I got it right here. And the big fella, he's gonna outrun. And this is number 10 for Dixie County.
That's Schrader again.
Schrader, he's been in a lot of plays.
Been in a lot of foot races tonight,
Yeah.
and that was one of them.
10-yard penalty from the spot, so first and 23. What do you got in your playbook for this?
A Destin Wade run.
Yep.
That's exactly what they'll do. Wade, he'll take off on that right side, finds some daylight on that right side. One man to beat. Cuts it back inside, makes two people miss, and Destin Wade all the way for the touchdown. That's what that young man can do.
I see it right here from basically the 46, so it's going to be a 46. It is a key kick-out block right there. Fullback Fields right there, gets the edge block, and then it's all Destin Wade, Michael Williams. I mean, here Taylor Spirito right here, going to give it a shot. Well, zoop, 46 yards, a cloud of dust. Destin Wade, touchdown Spartans.
Jake Dozier.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh,
send it in!
Nicely done.
That is.
And packs it with two hands.
Well, just as I was saying, I was looking down, looking at my roster. I looked up out of the corner of my eye, bam.
Bevan again trying to make a name for himself, but give is outside. I
Wow,
believe
that
that's
guy.
to Sparks, and Sparks
Look out.
takes it down the sideline, foot race to the end zone, and Sparks will score.
Holy mackerel, look at that.
48 yards out. Bryce Sparks, what a run.
Man.
The 11th grader down the sideline showed the Jets. Broke a couple of tackles right there at the line of scrimmage and was able to scoot down that sideline for another big score for the Admirals.
And a foot race between him and Caleb Jolly, and Sparks just ekes him out to the finish for the score.
Breaks the tape there at the end.
And the WCTV play of the week is Rumbling, Bumbling, Stumbling, courtesy of Paul Brees.
Congratulations. Next, we're going to recognize our WCS Sports Conference athletes, coaches, and teams of the year. The following are the finalists for the WCS Sports Conference Female Athlete of the Year.
Shay Eggleston, Brentwood High School. Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School. Paulin Powers, Brentwood High School. Lee Walters, Page High School.
And the Willco goes to Reagan Grimes, Ravenwood High School.
The following are the finalists for the WCS Sports Conference Male Athlete of the Year.
Riley Bennett, Fairview High School. Nick Dang, Ravenwood High School. Reed Kemp, Franklin High School. Destin Wade, Summit High School.
How much does one of these trophies weigh?
A few pounds.
The winner is Destin Wade, Summit High School.
Good thing Destin set up here pretty close, wasn't it?
Back here with Reagan, and judging by the screaming and clapping from the crowd, it's easy to tell that you are a fan favorite. What does it mean to have so many people out there supporting you tonight?
My support system has been so big for me and all my success and everything that I do, so I'm so thankful for them for always being there for me and pushing me to be the athlete that I am today.
Well, congratulations on the award. Very well deserved.
Thank you.
How impressive are these young folks back there being interviewed? That's not easy now. You're on stage here, and then you're walking back there to be interviewed. So great job by Reagan and everyone that's been interviewed. Also at this time, do want to shout out our two reporters that were on the red carpet, Franklin High School graduates, Jay Armstrong and Anna Claire Lotta, doing a great job too. Give them a hand. Now let's welcome to the stage to present the WCS Sports Conference Coaches of the Year, Mr. Jason Golden, WCS Superintendent of Schools.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. You know, there's really no substitute for teamwork. There's no substitute for what our students have learned in athletics. And our board talks about that a lot. And we're fortunate enough to have some board members here with us tonight. And I know that Nancy Garrett, Eric Welch, Angela Durham, and Sheila Cleveland are here with us tonight. And I really want to thank our board for the support they have for the work we do. And our board has set a vision for Williamson County Schools. And what we have said and committed to through our board leadership is that we will provide a supportive environment where students are challenged to pursue excellence in academics, athletics, and the arts. And there's two key words I want us to think about briefly here tonight: supportive and challenged. our coaches somehow provide a supportive environment while they're challenging our student athletes. And that takes a special person. And we have special coaches here in Williamson County Schools who have that amazing combination of being able to provide that support while still challenging these student athletes. And y'all, we have teachers, we have hundreds of folks here in Williamson County who have those skills. We're a magnet for that quality. We're a magnet for our students. We're a magnet for parents who love their children and are committed to that excellence. And I am so proud to be able to share the Coaches of the Year for 2021. The finalists for Female Sports Coach of the Year are
Jenny Stevenson, Summit Softball. Barbara Campbell, Brentwood Volleyball. Jessica Mancini, Ravenwood Soccer. Brett Young, Nolensville Volleyball.
And the Willco goes to Barbara Campbell, Brentwood Volleyball. The finalists for Male Sports Coach of the Year are
Brian Coleman, Summit Football. Ron Crawford, Brentwood Football. Bubba Derrick, Fairview Wrestling. Nate Clapp, Page Soccer.
What a group. And the Willco goes to Brian Coleman, Summit Football.
I'm backstage with Coach Campbell. Coach Campbell, you are looking amazing tonight. You are a legend among legends. What does this award mean to you tonight, finishing out your last season with Brentwood Volleyball?
It's special. It's really special. This last season was a tough one, and to end it both with a state championship and then tonight with this recognition, I'm very grateful, very thankful. And in being thankful, I got to thank my assistant coaches who really took the reins the last 4 weeks of the season, and just incredible administration, Kevin Kydell, Joe Blair, my parents who are so supportive, and then my players who I am because they are, period. So thank you.
Well, congratulations, and thank you so much to all of your many years you've dedicated to Brentwood Volleyball.
Good job.
Please welcome to the stage President and CEO of the Tennessee Titans, Mr. Burke Nihill, who will present the Female and Male Sports Teams of the Year. Burke Nihill.
Thank you. First of all, I would just like to say I hope that the students appreciate how special this is. We live in a very, very special community. I'm very grateful to be raising my children in this community. I don't think this happens anywhere else in the world, and I'm grateful that you're getting to have this experience. The Titans are honored to be partnering with WCS on a number of different fronts, and it's an honor to be here tonight to present this award and this award in particular for Team Sports of the Year, Sports Teams of the Year. Vince Lombardi noted that team sports are like life. Team sports require perseverance, they require dedication, hard work, and sacrifice. And those are the same characteristics that certainly John Robinson and Mike Vrabel look for in our players. It's helpful to be really big and strong and fast like Julio Jones as well. But I would note, though, it's the same characteristics that we look for on our business team, whether somebody's working in operations or marketing or finance. We want people who are good teammates. We want people who value sacrifice and put their own interests aside for the betterment of the team. So it's an honor to present this award tonight. The finalists for the Female Sports Team of the Year are
Brentwood Volleyball, Nolensville Volleyball, Brentwood Track, Ravenwood Soccer.
And the Willco goes to Brentwood Volleyball. And the finalists for the Male Sports Team of the Year award are
Brentwood Football, Fairview Wrestling, Ravenwood Tennis, Summit Football,
and the Willco goes to Summit Football.
Congratulations to our teams of the year. Thank you to Burke Nihill of the Tennessee Titans for being here with us tonight. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Let's go backstage, hear from Brian Coleman of Summit Football.
I'm back here with Coach Coleman of Summit Football. Coach, you just won your second Willco Award of the night, and I know those awards are obviously very important to you, but if I had to guess, I would think that your players are probably a little bit more important. So could you tell me a little bit about what these guys back here mean to you?
Oh, it's just a great group of kids. It's such an honor to coach them, to be around them every day, just to see their smiling faces that I see right now. It means everything. I love you too, guys. It just means a lot, just to see them happy. That's what it's all about. We're happy for them.
Well, I can tell that there's definitely a strong bond there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tate, pretty cool to see the joy from a coach for his team.
Oh, yeah. Raw emotion right there. I don't know if you noticed it. Both teams that came up, you saw who came up last after the players. A legend and the coach of the year. That's pretty cool.
No doubt about it. The next award is the Courage Award. We want to thank our longtime sponsor, Dr. Matt Harris of Berry Farms Chiropractic, who sponsored this award since the beginning of the Willco Awards. We look forward to Dr. Harris being back with us next year. The Courage Award is designed to recognize a student or coach who has faced hardship and difficulties, but somewhere deep inside, they find the strength, the courage to overcome obstacles and to persevere and inspire all of us. The Courage Award also reminds us that in life, like athletics, it's not always filled with joy, but sometimes includes pain and sadness.
Everybody loves a parade, and everybody loves Barbara Campbell. On May 15th, friends, family, and former players paid tribute to the winningest volleyball coach in state history by taking part in a reverse parade. They dressed up their cars and trucks to say goodbye to Coach Campbell, who retired after 33 years as Brentwood High volleyball coach. WBHS 9's Nathan Zonarich was there as she won her 16th state championship back in October.
It was a sight no one thought they would see, Coach Campbell back on the bench. Just a month ago, she suffered a stroke while at home. During the district and region playoffs, players placed cardboard cutouts and a crown on the bench, honoring the queen of Tennessee volleyball.
I didn't even know I was coming until about an hour before the match. And I just wanted to sneak in and get my place on the bench and be close to them. And they gave me a warm welcome. It was very special.
After spending a week in the hospital, Campbell wasn't expected to come back this year.
So we had actually been in contact, we being Coach Cappy and myself, we've been in contact with her husband because she hadn't been feeling well the day before. So we were trying to help get her a sub for the next day and get her lesson plans here so that the kids would have something to do. And then, so we knew she wasn't feeling well. And then later that night, her daughter texted us and said that they were taking her to the hospital because they thought that she had had some sort of episode.
With coaches Angie Noble and Kathy Cran leading the way, the Lady Bruins had an incredible run in the playoffs, easily winning the district, regional, and sectional tournaments. With their head coach back on the bench, they swept Siegel 3-0 in the state championship behind tournament MVP Shea Eggleston.
It's definitely been a really chaotic year, but I think that it also allowed us to just come together a lot more and never take any of our games for granted. And so I think that this year, honestly, it just means more.
I wanted to see him play so bad. And they certainly didn't let me down. I thought they played just an incredible match tonight.
Nathan Zonarich, WBHS 9 News.
let's welcome back to the stage a very deserving Courage Award winner, Coach Barbara Campbell, Brentwood High School. People, I hear them say things like living legend. That's a living legend right there, believe me. I know you'll join me in agreeing with that. Tate, it's about over.
We made it.
We made it. What a great night. I do want to thank some of our sponsors. MTSU, the Media Arts Program, Mark Parrish, Ryan and the guys in the truck, media teachers Terry Flowers, Carrie Thompson, Spring Tree Media, which you mentioned before, Peter, Jacob, and Chris for making this look and sound so great tonight in here. Franklin High School cheerleading team and Coach Shannon Friend. Great job helping with the setup, helping with tonight, with the check-in. WCS staff, Mike Fletcher, Nick Vacco, David and Leslie Harries, Jeremy Qualls, Lindsay Quirk. Jay Armstrong, Anna Claire Lotta, who handled the interviews backstage and on the red carpet. Price Wynn, who helped us hand out the awards. Appreciate Price. Carrie Goodwin with the red carpet. Christian Taylor with the amazing video packages tonight. Also taking pictures, which you'll be so proud to see here soon. Porter Hassel, Burke Nihill and the Titans. Bone and Joint Institute and Williamson Medical. Copy Solutions, Franklin Bakehouse. Gateway Tire and Garth Bolden. John Mayer Builders. Outside the Lines team. Stars Basketball and Lance Ackridge. Street Tuxedo, John and Mark Street. The Factory at Franklin, Tate Matthews and Matthews Team Sports, and of course our title sponsor, Walker Chevrolet and Brock Daly. Without them, none of this happens. Thank you to Scott Shake and his crew for driving the athletes to the red carpet tonight. I would also always have to do this because I mean it and I got to do it. I want to thank my wife, Barbara. I'm away from home a lot doing this type of thing, but she's always so supportive. I know Tate wants to thank his wife too. You got to always thank your wife, Tate.
I want to thank my wife, Jennifer. She is a saint.
It's so authentic, isn't it? Hey, one final award that we want to give for a sponsor, and you've got to know this because this is the real deal. Obviously, you guys know that we have a contract with Adidas. It's part of what we do. And because of that contract, Matthews Team Sports actually provides Adidas for us. On that alone, Matthews Team Sports could be the sponsor of the year. But when you're talking about things like tonight and the red carpet, which they do not have to do and Tate does not have to do, game day, Tate doesn't have to do that, but he wants to do it. Sports Connection, which is the longest running WCTV show on the air, which makes us like the Simpsons, Tate. He also has a high school show on Saturday where Williamson County Schools is always a focus. I could go on and on and on. I think we have some representatives from Matthews Team Sports here. I'd like them to come to the stage, and I want to present the sponsor of the year to Matthews Team Sports. Natalie Matthews, Justin Lamb joined us on stage. Certainly appreciate them doing that. Tate, you're a man of many words often, but we appreciate you. We really do. Thank you for what you do for WCS.
Thank you. Humbled and honored. Thank you very much.
At this time, I want to thank our athletic directors again. Without their hard work at the school level, the sports conference would not be as successful as it is. Again, Brentwood High School, Joe Blair, Matt Kreisky, Centennial, Ricky Jones, Fairview, Jay Johnson, Franklin, Mary Beth White, Independent, Zach Hudson, Nolensville, Benji Gray, Page, Andy Elrod, Ravenwood, Chad Kirby, Summit. Our final 2 awards of the night, the Director's Cup. The Director's Cup is based on a point system where schools earn points based on their finishes within their respective districts, region, and state competition levels. The D1 group consists of Brentwood, Centennial, Franklin, Independence, Ravenwood, Summit. D2, Fairview, Nolensville, Page. If your school is called, we'd like your athletic director to come to the stage. This year's winner for the D1 Director's Cup, it's going back to Brentwood High School. Coach Joe Blair, please come up. Okay, this award is really, really heavy, so he's going to stand here without an award, but trust me, it would take 3 arms. Right here, Coach, if you would. This is the 7th year of the Director's Cup, year number 6 that Brentwood High School has won this award. So congratulations to all the student athletes and coaches and Coach Blair from Brentwood. This year's D2 Director's Cup goes to Nolensville High School. Coach Zach Hudson, please come to the stage. Tate, we've talked about it. Nolensville High School, that's a school you keep hearing about when you're talking about winning at a high level.
A lot of firsts. Every year there's a first, and they just keep growing and growing. We talked about Coach Young and the back-to-back state championships. Kind of hard to penalize them. They hadn't been around for 8 years to have 8 back-to-back. So, yes, they are a force to be reckoned with.
Coach Hudson, also the head baseball coach at Nolensville. Give them a hand. Nolensville High School Director's Cup D2 winner. Tate, that's our last award of that. We've got to give a mini director. I was just thinking, I'm trying to process all this. We've got to give a mini Director's Cup so they can hold. That thing weighs, I mean, it's unbelievable how heavy that thing is, but it'll go back to the school. What a fantastic evening, Tate Matthew, celebrating all these athletes and coaches and teams. We appreciate you guys being here. Tate, final thoughts.
What a cool night. 2021 Willco's in the books. They just keep getting bigger and better. And look across this room. It's 9:09 p.m. It's full. All here to celebrate young people, young student athletes, and these coaches. And tell me it doesn't mean more here, and I'll give you a shot of this room. Very cool, very special. Congratulations to everyone that was honored tonight. This is a big deal. And this is your first one live. Last year was virtual.
Correct.
This is a big, big event to put on. Look around. It didn't just happen. I think Coach Joins did a great job in his first live Willco's.
Couple of parting shots here. Feel free to hang around. I know a lot of people like to take pictures on this side stage. Feel free to do that. Also, up in the front, we do have, and I think some of the parents would want this, it's a replica of a golden ticket and an invitation. There's some sitting on that table in the front. If you'd like to take those, please do so. Again, congratulations to all our athletes who were finalists, our winners tonight, our athletes, our coaches, our team. Thank you for being here for the 7th Annual Willco Awards. Thank you, Walker Chevrolet. Thank you. Have a good night.